from this one. But yesterday I had a problem with the phone. It closed. No, not yesterday. The day before. I had a problem with the phone. It closed, which pushed me to edit. I didn't have enough storage. When it's vods, there's no volume in there. There's no audio. Unless you're streaming, there's no audio. Unless you're streaming. You know what would be really fantastic? Can I? Give me a sec. I think I have an idea, which would be pretty scrumdiddly. And if it works, dude, it's gonna be something crazy. Cause everybody's going crazy. Cause everybody gonna save me. Can anybody tell me what's going on? Tell me what's going on. If you open your eyes, you know that something is wrong. There's sometimes society, and everywhere I look and see, bitch continuing on TV. Won't stop till a bitch turn. Diet pills, surgery. What they call themselves? Vendetta Inc. Oh no. Oh no. Somebody called themselves Vendetta Inc. Vendetta Inc. Oh no. You son of a bitch. Vendetta Inc. Posted the first video. When was this? Cause everybody's gone crazy. Oh no. Luckily for us, we're here. But at the same time, when you put Ingveda without the underscore, my guy is there. This society, and everywhere I look and see, touch their dream. No one likes to share.
As the celebration for 100 follower that we hit on Thursday, and we're not at 110, so this is irrelevant. But I decided to make a video called.
Go into settings again. This is intro. There's no clear thing about it, so don't worry if I'm going X, left, right, center, north, south, because all the same shit. Bitch society. So now what we do, we're gonna do application. Right. We're gonna go with YouTube. Right. We're gonna go with permission. Right. And we're gonna go with PIP. Cause everybody's going crazy. Hey. So I don't picture the picture is loud, so you should be working. Why you're not working is beyond me. But worst case, I'm gonna do the other thing.
Origin of Vendetta. So I'm a fan of superhero movies, so I like the origin story.
On TV.
Right? And I was always asking myself why. I know why we're called Vendetta, and I always wonder if I share that with you guys, is it gonna break the magic? It's like, fuck it. Magic is made to be broken. Look at Harry Potter. If you look at the very first couple of books, I would say the first to the third are fucking amazing. The rest is actually pretty good, but it's a completely different story, right? And yes, let's bring the magic. Let's bring the magic together. Let's make it a science, right? As Thor and Iron Man would argue, like the origin story of me, myself, and I. So yeah, so even as a kid, like I was in probably kindergarten, right? I was told, yo, you're funny, right? You should be on TV. And the very same people would say, yo, you're kind of ugly, huh? Can't do much about that. I can do something about being funny, right? So I had this mentality where I was good enough for TV, but not beautiful enough. So as I grew up, I listened to a lot of radio, and I said radio could do something, right? But before I was 18, I only speak French. Right, and French is very fast. That is pretty impediment where people make me repeat and repeat. Like radio might not be it for me, right? So fast forward to high school, and again, I'm saying I'm being told, yo, you should be a comedian. And a comedian, however, it doesn't matter how cute you are, how beautiful you are, you can still be a comedian, right? So I was like, hey, cool, that's some good stuff, right? So as I do, because you guys have to know something about me. I post like 100 videos a day, but in reality, the truth is, I'm shit. I'm shit at being punctual. I'm shit at having a work ethic. I'm shit at doing every single thing I can. Right. So when at 16 I made a YouTube channel. Right. I wasn't good. I was expecting results because at that time YouTube was kind of popping in the real
Hi,
sense of
mom. How are
the
ya?
term. It was before the like the
Well,
vlog,
slugging like a
the
little
Logan
pig.
Paul,
I'm
the
good.
Rice Gum, the
We made a menace dog.
Face Bangs, the
Like a
Jake
joke.
Paul, like the big name, right? It was more
Office
around the time
Zibola.
of Fusi, and I was seeing those videos like,
Before we
oh, this is
have
cool,
3
something I
weeks of
could do,
raised
right?
Buddha.
So without being prank,
Well, you know, I
I
was
would
joking
do video
because
about my day, but at that
last
time I
week
wasn't working,
we had so much.
right? And I wasn't doing
So how's
anything.
everything?
But it was a lot of fun. And after a month, where I thought I was gonna get amazing results because I had such a high expectation of myself out of people, right? Because as I said before in previous video, I'm not very social. I like a lot of social skills. I was like, yo, I'm the best person I know
That is
because
perfect.
I'm the best person I talk to every day
That
because I'm
is
the
perfect.
only person I talk to every day, right? I was like, okay, well, let's do it. Let's fucking do it. And it didn't work, so I stopped.
There's no
Right.
problem.
Fast forward another
It's
four
just I hope we
years,
fixed him before.
I just, bro, my life was actually fucking perfect. Okay. Um, I was 22. 22. Can you not do that for me? Oh, sorry, Drake. Sorry, Champagne
Is it
Pappy.
not better that we
Copyright
went to
right away.
IKEA?
So yeah, so I was working
Complain.
real close to home to a coffee shop, which was fucking nice. The boss was like a second father to me.
That is
Listen,
good.
I love my father. I absolutely love my father. He's like
That's perfect, man.
an amazing human being, but he wasn't really there when I was young, so I always had those.
So it's okay if you
I
love
kind
my
of
uncle.
had those daddy issues,
Because you
right?
know that I love our
And
brother Edge, right?
the guy was like a father to me, right?
Okay. So
And at
after
first,
Toronto,
I had
Montreal stays
everybody there was
nice.
kind, everybody there was nice, everybody there
And I
was my
love it.
friend.
Don't get me wrong,
We
I
used to do
fucking
parties, and as
fantastic,
again,
right?
I need to repeat
But
myself.
what I'm
I
also trying
didn't
to
go to
do is I'm
party.
trying
I
to do
used to be by
our
myself, so that was a
variety.
completely different dynamic.
So I was
I had a
wondering if
girlfriend,
there's other places that you
Leia,
know, other
who was
spices that you
fucking.
know that would be
She
good
was the
with
best.
X.
She
And
really loved
also,
me, and
I would like
I don't
something
think
a
I
little bit
treated her right.
spicy because when you
Yeah,
eat
I didn't
spicy
treat her
food,
right.
it activates the
I
metabolism.
was She was my real
Because I told
first
you paprika,
girlfriend,
and you told me
so
no, c'est
I
pas bon.
treated her as a guy treated his first real girlfriend. And I don't pay attention to your needs because I don't know that
C'est
you
bon avec
have
les
needs.
œufs?
Because I'm so focused on my own
Okay,
need,
okay.
being alone
I
and
thought you
being
said that.
single
I
for
thought
all
you
of
said no.
these years. Now, when it comes to dealing with a
Paprika is good.
situationship or a
Okay, okay,
relationship,
that's good.
I can't do it because I don't know how. Um, right? So I had a perfect life. I had my
There's no problem, man.
until it all came crashing down. So the
Have a
first
nice
thing, she
day.
broke up because I was being a dick, admittedly. My best friend unalived himself.
Promise. Yes, yes, I'm listening.
Could have been more there, admittedly. And I lost my job because we changed boss. So the boss and the place I was working, and this is
Yes, ma.
something I don't think it has
Sunday will
anything to
be
do with
done.
my origin,
Okay,
but it
ma.
might
Have a nice
have.
day.
So, um,
Don't worry
Avi,
about it.
as a person who's alone most of the time and doesn't have really real friends, I
Don't
used to
worry
put
about it, ma.
myself a lot first. And back in those
Okay,
days,
that's
I
perfect.
used to love Kenny
Bye.
versus Penny. So this is a big and this is a big admittance from me. This is a big confession you
Fuck,
have.
swear
I just want to
broke.
show you guys something.
The playthrough for Swear broke. Shit.
6 a.m. It is wait 6:15
I don't
a.m.
know why it
So
breaks.
yeah,
Don't
so
tell
we're
me to
living the
like
dream right now.
before, bro.
I
Please.
used to be obsessed with a
I
show
don't wanna
called
have
Kenny
to
versus
worry about
Penny. And
this.
Kenny versus Penny,
You
there
can
was a
tell me
character.
to
Oh,
get it.
Mosquito.
Fucking play. No
Kenny
fuck.
was the kind of guy who would do
There's no
anything for
problem.
victory. So I would do anything
There's
to
no
keep those
problem.
friends, right? I would lie, I would cheat,
Tell me what's
and
wrong
those
with
people they didn't deserve it. They didn't
society.
deserve it at all.
Everywhere I look and
But it
see.
worked, so I kept doing it. And my boss, those, so I was working in a coffee shop, right? And it was mostly girls. We were two guys, and the rest was all girls. And the girl, they were nice to me. The actual guy I was working with, the only one that was kind of a dick to me. It
Well,
wasn't
the girl
really a
gets to
dick
in
to
2
me, but
minutes,
it wasn't the nicest, right?
which is
He
not
would
bad.
do. I was a
You don't want to
dishwasher,
figure
and he would
an
treat me like a
hour.
dishwasher. He would treat me
That way it is.
below him. He was very, oh, I'm a chef
Each
here, and you're a dishwasher.
There
So
at
there's a
100.
hierarchy, and you're gonna
Want to
respect the
confirm.
hierarchy, right?
I
I
know
didn't
that's
care
how it
because I
looks.
like the job. I love the people I work with. So I was willing
Not a
to make
big deal,
a couple
but
of sacrifices from it, right?
you feel it's stupid.
So fast forward, and the boss, the guy boss, he was kind of like
Was saying,
a lot of people are gonna say that this is sexism.
Vata didn't want to do
A lot
that.
of people are gonna
I think they
say
hate.
that yo,
Tell me what's
this is
wrong
not
with
okay, and I don't think it's
society.
okay. But I
You're gonna be
can
fine.
kind of understand it. He
Before
was a
we forget,
father
what I'm
who
gonna do is
had
change about
boys.
it. Ah, c'est le
He
subject.
saw
Okay, let's see
possibly
the subject.
me and the other guy as his
Okay, so
boys, And I remember we used to hide in the
Eggs are
freezer
delicious.
to drink. So there was a
What are you
special
talking
day
about?
called the Palette
Oh yeah,
Day,
we had a guy
which
with
was a big marketing
What
event, right?
was
So the
it?
Palette Day.
Onions?
Oh, I remember this.
Oh
Like,
yeah, there was no
I wasn't a
space.
best
Like we
employee,
were
but
getting,
I was willing to
we were
put
tracing
my
back
all. I
our.
was willing to sacrifice everything. So back then,
There's no space for that.
like I said, I had no friends. So I came at work with a sombrero with a fake mustache, right? And
And
the
because there
people
was
they were
no
laughing,
space,
and the boss said, "You know, you're sure you want to do
I'm in
this?"
trouble.
I said,
We
"I
cut it
don't care.
down
I'm
so that's
doing this
good.
for this place."
Remember what was
He
I
was like,
talking
"Okay,
about?
you're." He was impressed, and that same day we had wine, and we went to the freezer and we drank some wine, and the girl they weren't invited, and I know that's not fair.
Which means that
Um,
the energy drinks I got last.
me personally,
That's
I was
me
happy
that I'm
because I
kind
was
of
part of like
not
the inner
necessarily
circle.
addicted
If
to
you
it,
watch
but
The Office,
so
you
much
know
is
exactly what I'm
lagging.
talking
I don't
about.
know why.
But
Why are you lagging like that,
then I
bro?
realized that yo, those girls they were my friend, and I just betrayed that trust. I just betrayed that friendship. So I feel really bad about myself, and not being depressed. I was focusing more. I started focusing more on making sure that they were okay, making sure that I repair
Good, good,
my
good.
mistake. I try to redeem
Good.
myself, and I less focus
So,
on work.
roughly,
The
and
boss
this is kind of
left to
crazy
open up his
because
own
we'll
macaroon.
go directly into
Macaroons are a
subject.
dessert, a
I don't
French
remember
dessert.
what
The
we're
guy was
talking about.
French.
Talk about so much.
Shop. I
We're
don't
talking about
remember
bullshit.
where
The usual.
exactly.
I was talking about the
But
hard-boiled eggs.
the new manager, she saw me and she's like, "Yo, you're not
And then
working
the
hard
hard-boiled
enough.
eggs usually
I don't
get
know why you're
warm.
here. We have to keep you
We went
away."
to my mom's house.
So I became depressed because I became this was my
Sorry about
first
the
big
much
depression, my very
roast
first
hotties.
big depression. I was 22.
My first time with
I
roast.
lost my best friend, my
So
girlfriend. I lost my fucking amazing job,
3
and it
days.
wasn't
Not in a
amazing.
row.
It
Not in a
wasn't.
row, but 2 days.
The
Every week.
minimum
So
salary I
today
used to do
is Saturday.
28 hours a
Today's
week.
Sunday. Today's
Yo, I
Sunday.
would eat ramen the whole
Today's
day, and I
Sunday.
fucking love ramen. It's not an issue. Just I didn't have enough cash to survive, but I would put my happiness first, and that's really good. This is what we
Yeah,
do.
there you go.
It's what I'm doing right now. I'm not
So,
making a cent out of
like I'm
those videos.
saying,
I'm putting my happiness first. But I understand now that I
is
have a
this gonna
second plan.
be?
I have a job
So today
that I kind of
is.
like. I love my job. The job I have right now, I
That's a
like
good
it.
thing.
But if you're asking me between
It's a good
making
thing.
videos
Today's
and
it's
working
the
my job,
myth
I'm gonna make
because
videos.
I did
However, I
not
understand I have to do my
have
job to
a.
get money enough
So
to
yesterday I woke up
be able
thinking maybe I
to
could edit
like
before.
just survive, right?
I was like, no.
I didn't understand that
Because like
before
all
that
the
because
points
I
they
knew
had on
my
YouTube
dad and
gave
my
me
mom. If
bullshit.
I was in trouble,
And some of the pictures are not
they
gonna
will
make
be
it so
here.
well.
But now my
Like
mom and
some
my
of the
dad are
pictures
pretty
are
old,
close,
so
not getting the
I'm not gonna put
what
that
is
pressure on
that's
them. And I'm
important.
man enough. My father
So that's
always
one.
ask me if I need money. My mom, she's always buying
Um,
me
because
clothes. She's always buying me food.
I did
Like
like
I'm gonna
chicken,
starve,
and I want
bro.
to post
Have
something
you
because
seen
I
me?
like to
I'm
jerk
fucking
off. That's what I
obese.
was talking about.
I don't need
I was
food.
talking about
I
I like to jerk off.
and
And
yeah, so I lost my
that's
job and I
just
was kind of
fun. And
sad.
I
So
told her, okay.
I stayed like
So
a
it's
2 months.
kind
Oh,
of
I stayed like a
crazy, but
year
not
without
crazy.
work,
It makes sense
and
now.
that
You see
I was
here, there's
already
this
eating
cloud.
my saving at that time. Oh, I'm gonna tell you the story. It's crazy,
So we use this one a
right?
lot because this one is fucked up.
This is
We
I know this
cover
has
up that
nothing to
that's
do with
broken.
creating in
The
vendetta, but
inside
it's
is
like
broken, so you
a
have to
domino
remove
effect.
it.
It's like a butterfly effect.
But
A
what we're gonna
single
do
butterfly
also is this
wing
one.
is amazing
Because
movie. Single butterfly wing is
it's
gonna create
also
a
full.
tornado that
What
is
we're gonna
in
do with this one
vendetta.
is I'm gonna make sure
This is the
that I
butterfly
clean this
wing.
one today.
For a year. So
I
after
will
two
make
months,
sure
I
that
realized I wasn't doing
the shade
anything.
inside is
I
clean,
start asking
clean.
myself
Talking
what
about
made you
all the
happy,
songs,
and YouTube
clean,
was making me
clean.
happy. So
And
started
people
doing
ask
YouTube,
me, "Are you
and
off?"
now there was a reason to do YouTube because now it was the time of the vlog. It was 2000 around
What the fuck?
2018. A lot of people were
What the
making
fuck?
banks on YouTube. I was like, yo, this is a career, right? So I started making video
It's a
about
good thing. It's possible to find me, but it's just not my main
oh my
game.
gosh, I cannot
It's
believe I'm
Clash
gonna say
Clash
this
of
on
Clans,
stream
but for
on
movies.
video.
Pretty good,
I
but
used
it's
to
not my
make
main
video
game.
about
So yeah, so I was talking
personal
about that.
growth, about advice to become
So
a better
now
person.
I'm dealing with another problem.
Says a
So
guy who just lied, who was
on
lying
Friday,
constantly to his
I went to
friend,
sleep.
who was
But it wasn't that bad though.
taking advantage of the
I think it
situation
was
by being a guy and being in the circle.
4:12,
I was a shitty person, right?
which
I
wasn't
was a
bad
shitty
because
person. I
it's
would
like
give advice. So after 2 months, guess what happened?
in the
Nobody
morning.
watched.
I went to bed
So
at
I was
four
like, fuck
o'clock.
it,
I got
right?
back at
And
four.
then I
Slept
waited
for
a
8 hours and a
year.
half. So it's not
And let me
always
tell you
sleeping,
something.
right? But
I
it's
always
sleeping a
had this bad
lot.
relationship with food. I always had
But
this
then
really
there's
bad
one income where
relationship
I
with
sleep
food.
too much,
I'll make a
right?
video out of
I'm
it
not a
like
big
right
deal because
after.
I got content to upload.
And
I have so much content. We have
I
content.
would
Even if
eat
I
every day
deliver,
like $20 for
I
like
have
two
content
two
for
bags of chips, a
5
dessert,
days.
most likely an
Actually,
ice
4 to
cream.
5 days because
Yeah.
every day
And
and
before I knew
it would
it,
be enough.
I went to oh my gosh, this is embarrassing. I went to
Talking
pay
about
at
so
the
also
cashier of the
inside
grocery
the
store. I
building
had like $40.
we have
My
this
card was
house. I'm like
declined,
sleep.
insufficient
We got a
funds,
code. So yeah, so
and it
in the
was like a
morning
20 something.
I had a I had a
And
and
we
it's gonna
had
be
a
very
rent in 10 days.
interesting
So
I hate my
by then I
project
was
and
working
off, right? So the
for
reason
Bedar
why we
Resources,
have
which
certain
is a
tiers
agency
of the
company,
tower is
a
because
temp
I'm
agency
trying to
company,
productize my content, right?
right? So I'm like,
The
okay.
original goal of
Then I
having
found a job that I
this
kind of
many amount
liked,
of
which
glitches.
was
So this
Quebec.
is gonna be
I
talking
passed it
about more
every
in the
day
charter
if
hop,
I'm going to work,
but still. So
which
the
was kind of
original
cool.
plan with all of those playthroughs
It
is I
didn't
would
work
have
because at winter
content.
there
I
was
would have
no,
content.
there was a lot
I
less
would have
work, and
one
I was a
interviews,
temp
maybe
agency
three
versus
playthroughs.
people that were
Those three playthroughs, I
unionized.
would let them
And
go
I
in
had a
units.
bunch of jobs.
So
I had a
you're
bunch of
you're
jobs,
doing this
and I
during the day
realized
you're
one
uploading,
thing:
during the night you're
those
uploading, during the
jobs,
evening you're uploading.
they're shitty.
And
They're
then when you
shitty.
wake up,
The job I'm
you're
having right now, and you
done.
can see it on the video
So
that
it's like,
as I
okay,
come to
well,
work with me.
the problem with that
It
is by the
I
time
love
I
the
was
people I'm
done,
working with. I love the
so it would take
place.
around eight
The
months to
place I
9
am,
months
I
to
love
have.
it.
So when I'm talking about
And it's
growth,
crazy because I was
all that
working
makes
with
sense because trust me,
one of my friends. You saw him in the video,
I thought this would be
and
okay,
he was there
and
for only 9 months,
it's not
and
even
they
eight
treat him
months,
bad.
6, 7.
They said a lot
So
of
the amount of time it takes. And back
I
then,
don't
like
know
he was
why.
making content,
I think
and
it's because
when I talk about the
he didn't
juniors
like him
making
or
content,
whatever the
the
reason.
juniors still
But the
make
guy would
content.
actually say hi
Don't
like
get me
this, like
wrong,
wave
the
hi,
juniors still make
and they wouldn't
content.
answer
The
him.
stream
So after
is
9 months, but
and always
me,
has been
the
on
boys,
content. The
like my
only
little group
difference
of
right
boys.
now, this is lagging a
I
lot.
heard myself. I don't know why.
This is lagging a lot.
I don't know how. Sorry.
I guess life's not
The group of
fair.
boys, we were taking care of him, and after nine
Lagging.
months, he texted me last week. Said,
Wish I
"Yo,
could
think I
tell
can visit?"
you.
And I'm like, "What do you want to
Cause
visit?"
everybody's going
You fucking hate that place, yeah, but I miss it. So
crazy.
you realize that it's a good
Cause
place, and
everybody's
I've been
going
working there for 7 years. But back to the story, right? So this,
crazy. True
I was
stories.
working in this
Hard to
place, and I was working in another workshop, and I was working in another
Everybody's
workshop. I
about
did
to
6 workshops before
belong.
I found this
When I was
place,
young, she used to make sure that this
and
is
they
in
all
the
had
air.
one
Right
thing in
now it's
common: they
working.
were boring.
Let me know
So
if
what
it's
I
working.
did was like I started hiding music in my ears. So at first, music was a relief. It was amazing. Then I started listening
We
to
watched on
podcasts
the
and Trailer Park Boys.
society.
You guys know I love because I did a many
Everywhere
video
I
out of
look
it.
and see.
Right,
Got a
Trailer
text
Park Boy
from my
came with a podcast, and I
stepmom.
would listen to that shit
Got a text from my
daily.
stepmom.
I know the first three
I
episodes by
liked the
heart because
picture
I
I
couldn't
sent
wait to
her.
listen to them.
Her own lasagna.
Yo, and now they
Her
have
own
6 years
meal. Talking
worth of
about thank you
52
very
episodes. So
much.
that's 312
She doesn't
episodes, right? Shout
really
out to Trailer Park
care.
Boys.
But all of
Give
that
and take
is so
612.
fair.
So yeah, so
Cause I only care if
sadly, very
I
sadly,
girl.
I
I don't
became
really care
dependent on music
about
at work. So every place I
it.
went, I had music. And
And I
for
was
most
gonna
places, they
say
wouldn't say
about
shit, but
her,
some
but
places
I'm
I got off the
not
job because of it.
about her,
And the new
but
place I'm
I'm
having,
not.
which is
There you go.
honestly the best place I've ever worked at. The place I'm
Everywhere.
working right now is the best job I've ever had,
Everywhere.
and it might be my last because next year we're gonna be
Everywhere.
closing it. And with the money I'm saving up right now, with the money we have, for whatever, right? I'm working towards
What if
being
it's just meant
financially
to be with
safe for a couple of years, so I
thing
can
to
focus on making
bucket
videos,
and
and
research
hopefully
after
makes
school?
a journey out of it. Hopefully makes a
Cause vods is lagging a lot.
I don't know, living out of it. That's a dream. That's a real dream,
Vods is
to
lagging
be
a
able
lot.
to do my craft
I
and be
get
able to
lost
live
if
out of it,
I'm
right? I want to be an
fair.
artist. I want to be
Cause
this kind of
everybody's
artist. I want to
going
make videos, right?
crazy.
Right. I was watching an interview with
Cause
Mr. Beast yesterday.
everybody's
It was just
going
phenomenal to see the growth on
crazy.
the person. The growth is thanks to YouTube, and I want to make a YouTube.
Cause
Right, that's my
everybody's
dream. That's my aspiration.
going
This is
on.
why we're making this video,
Tell
because we
me
just hit
what's
100 follower,
going on.
and we're going back
If you
15 minutes ago when I
open
said that. The
your
reason
eyes,
why is because we hit
you
100
see
follower.
that
Now
something wrong
I know.
with me.
Now that I think about it, I know I'm a bit more awake. So it'll be more logistical, more logical. Sorry, logistical. The fuck, dude.
Oh, you
Um,
didn't break.
I think that
Not
now
anymore,
people
but you
care
didn't.
about my videos. Like,
I'm
yo,
sorry, I
I'm
gotta
bopping right now. I
bring it
got
back.
10,000 videos in like a week,
Like I was saying,
right? And before I would get
um,
800 because at 100,
half
small
of,
unknown thing about
of
YouTube, 100 followers, you become on
upbringing.
the. You don't have to be on
When
the
I
search.
traded three
So, for
playthroughs,
example,
you're supposed to be
if you're
doing
below
nice every day, every
100,
Monday,
and the
right?
people they know
I'm not where I was. I know
your
where I was
channel, they know
because
your
sometimes I
name. They're
know
like,
where I
okay, yeah,
was.
I know who this
So
is. Into the video. If they
it
don't,
took
they're
some
not gonna
time
find you, right? Now you're appearing in
because all of us to
suggestions,
be
and it's a
equal
big difference.
in my
Huge difference. I got
algorithm, in my
10
brain during this
follower
short goal, which was
and
making
2 days,
was gonna be
right?
I was
Which
gonna make a
is
living out of it,
10% of what I used to
right?
have in two
I was
years
like,
and a
even
half.
if I fuck up with street food by having them on just for a day,
And yeah, so
because
basically,
leaving the phone
to
on
come
there
back
for
to
a
this,
day was right?
at a
That's
place I was
there's
listening
no
to music,
if
right?
in bucket mode.
Uh,
I would fuck it up,
so working at Tampa
right?
Embassy was one of the greatest experiences I've
The
ever
goal
had.
was
I
by
traveled
the
twice to
time
them,
the phone is fucked up.
but being
My
put from
apologies.
places to
I have enough
places
to make
made
you
me
hang up
not
the
really
phone.
care about the places. So when I came
My
in, I liked
apologies.
the people. When I
And
came
we
in
have
the
it
job
on
I
the
have
phone.
right now, I liked the people I was working with, but I didn't really give a
Because we
shit.
have it on the
So
phone, we're
of
good, right?
course, at the end, it got
See, this is
tired, it
kind
got
of cool.
mean, and
Seeing a
it
position where
became
you're like, oh
bullying,
well,
right?
fuck. This is
And so the
fucking important
bullying came to a
because
place where where I needed music. I had music before because I work in a place with a lot of Romanian, and I don't speak Romanian well. I do, but not that much. I can have a conversation. I can understand a conversation in Romanian, but I am not able to have the. I'm basic. I'm a bit above average. I'm a bit above average of Romanian listener learner, and I had music to just like pass the time, right? And I became obsessed. I became so I've been working there for 7 years. Let's do the math together, okay? I have an application. Let's do the math together, guys. I have an application that makes me listen to 2 times speed. I want you guys to think that there's say 52 weeks out of 1 year. Let's make give and take with the holidays, with the vacation. We have 49 weeks. 49 weeks times 5. That is 450. That is 495, right? Add 100, and I've been working for. I've been working for so long that I listen to music. So at first, music was enough. Then it became podcast. Then I got sick of podcasts because I would listen to podcasts for every day for a year. I went back to music. Then I went back to, and my issue is I was working so much. I used to go to. Okay, so this is something that nobody knows. I used to go to a shop because I didn't have Wi-Fi. Because as again, I lived so poor for so many years that I didn't want to have Wi-Fi because I was like, okay, well, this job, is it safe? Is it a good place? It is a good place, but it is a good place enough for me to be like, yo, I can abandon myself. I can get Wi-Fi. I can get Netflix. I can get things that I have to pay every week, right? Pay every month. Sorry. Bill that I have on a month. So I would go to a little shop kind of far from my house, like 45 minutes, not to get recognized. I would spend nights there, and I would download song music, and I got 5 hours every. I used to do 10 hours every week. Just download shit, right? And I wasn't really looking for a new, so I went back to Ownage Pranks, right? And by a fucking miracle, a miracle. This is why I love YouTube. And I recommended a video from Kid Boga. Kid Boga, ladies and gentlemen, my fucking one of my favorite creator, right? He fucking saved me because I discovered his channel thanks to suggested. I saw one of the video and I laughed so hard I had to get more of him. I noticed that he was doing a video for 3 years. I became obsessed with Kid Boga. I used to listen to him day and night. And yeah, so we listened to Kid Boga, and yo, it's funny because just before that I was listening to Nick Avocado, who does mukbang, and I would download the MP3 version of his video and I would listen to them. It's insane, right? And that's the same situation that happened. Nick Avocado was doing video for about 3 years, and I listened to the old video from 3 years. I listened to Kid Boga, and I listened to all of it. I was guys, I don't think you understand. I'm watching 80 hours of content every single week. Who does that? Who creates that amount of video? Well, I do, but this is because I'm crazy. So you see, we had the 80 hours, and I just took Kid Boga, and before every video, he would say, "Oh, if you want to see more of me, come see me on Twitch." And I was like, bro, I still have your whole channel, right? Don't give a shit about Twitch. Don't even know what Twitch is. And so yeah, so we completely ignored it, and then the eventual happened. I listened to the whole channel about 3 times. And then I went on Twitch because I wanted to do it, and I saw gameplay. And you guys remember about 12 minutes ago when I said I was called too ugly to make TV? Well, I was a gamer. I was always a gamer. So the best years of my life, or when I was 20, right? I was gonna say 21, but no, it's 20. So my father kicks me out because I don't have a job and I don't have. I'm not going to school, so I'm basically doing nothing. So, right? Because I'm lazy. I told you guys, when I'm not doing something I love, I'm extremely lazy. If it wasn't because I love making videos, I wouldn't be filming. I wouldn't be uploading as much as I am. I got 90,000 video on the channel, and it's because I love it. So basically, we went a year, like a solid year, where I took all of my kid savings. We discovered at my father's house. I was 19. I discovered emulator, and I was a gamer. So I downloaded my favorite GBA, Game Boy Advance ROMs. We downloaded some GBC. We downloaded some PSP, and for a year, solid year, I would listen to opinion radio. the whole day French Québécois opinion radio, which was something that was never expected. It was I loved it. It was like this program where people would say what they want, they would swear. And I was like, holy shit, this is so cool, bro. I listened to it all day. All day. And when I do say all day, I mean all day. So the show would finish at 8, and the whole night they would replay the key moment of the day, and I would watch it the day and the night. I was in love. I would play some emulator in the background. Sadly, the public radio didn't make enough money, so it was replaced by a sport radio. I didn't give a shit about sport, so I was still playing emulator. I was watching DVDs. Long story short, I would do nothing. So I'm a gamer. When I saw Twitch, I was like, holy shit, I can make those videos and I can make a game, right? Oh, I got to show you the sun. It's so beautiful. It's really waking up. It is 6:30 a.m. And yeah, so I discovered those videos. I discovered that I like making those videos. I was like, holy shit, that's just pretty fucking cool. So I thought that was video games you could do on Twitch. I started doing Twitch, but I always had this passion about YouTube, right? So I started making, I started uploading them on YouTube, and yeah, this is how we created Vendetta. Now the thing I'm not saying because I wasn't gonna include it, but I think if I want to be honest with you guys, I have to. So because I didn't care about the work, people got mean, I got bullied a lot, right? And I was looking for this escape, so that's why we created Vendetta. Vendetta was the character. So the two YouTube channels I did before were close to my name. So the first one was my actual name. I was 12 years old, I didn't know better. The second one was something similar. It was a nickname I used to have. Vendetta was complete invention. You know why? I have a nickname at work, which is Chum, because this is bro in French, and I'm very friendly. And I was getting bullied, so I was like, yo, I need to make a character that's not gonna get bullied. So we created Vendetta. Vendetta was supposed to be. So we're looking for a name, and that day, out of complete luck, I watched V for Vendetta. Yeah, and V for Vendetta taught me a lot of things. But I watched it that day, and I was like, I have tattoos. I call myself Vendetta. So after a month, people realized that I was a sweet guy. I was really myself more than Vendetta. I created a character not to get bullied, but I didn't come into the character until right now. And yeah, so this is the existence of Vendetta. I created this character who didn't was bullied. So creating those videos, they escape from bullying. I knew I love it. I knew I wanted to do it. The reason there was a difference between filming for making videos, because if I was a gamer, I would have streamed like once a week, but I need to escape, so I did every day. Even in the beginning, I would stream every day because I was a gamer. I was gaming every day. I watched my first day gone stream yesterday. I rewatched it, and it was 12 days in. Right, so all of this to say that Vendetta came from a place where I wanted to create content, where I was artistic. Came from a place where I had no aspiration except for doing that. Came from a place for being bullied and escape. It came from a place of me wanting to do something with my life, and YouTube happened. As always, I love you guys. Peace.
Check out this mobile gaming controller, only 99 cents on Temu. It comes with built-in dual cooling fans, keep your phone cool. It's designed to fit almost any phone perfectly. No hassle, just snap it on and play. The trigger buttons take gaming to the next level. Fully adjustable for faster...
The tables are being turned on Donald Trump, and he is...
As the celebration for 100 Vendetta, welcome to our show. Considering what guys are having a wonderful day on this 27th now 7th October 2025. Hope guys are doing well. It's gonna be a great day today. I'm excited. I am thrilled with what's gonna happen. And without further ado, let's get into it. So, what are we doing right now is we're gonna be checking out a new show, which is The Monster of Ed Gibbs. So I'm kind of worried about it because this is very, very disturbing. And ultimately speaking, I don't think that I did a review of a show that is more disturbing. So this is some new territory for us. After 4 years, can you believe that shit? Also, another great thing. Kong, the New Empire. We are at season 1. Oh, you don't call me, dude. We're at episode... Whoa, we got 4 episodes left. We got 4 episodes done. I was talking about the special series. So we know what? Since the beginning... I'm still gonna show it because I think it's freaking interesting.
think it's freaking interesting.
You know
bro.
what? I have an idea.
Um,
So this is brand new.
yes.
This is brand new. We'll do a little thing together, which is kind of cool. Ed Gibb.
Cereal.
Ed Gibb. Trailer.
This is content that is so niche. This is content that doesn't make any sense.
Ed Trailer. Wow.
But it's
That's what I
content
wrote,
I
but okay.
fucking love.
Ed Gibb.
It's content that I fucking love. It's so interesting. It's so marvelous. It is this one.
Is that it? You
This-
guys
I
want
want
to
you
do
guys to
that?
understand
Good
something,
idea.
okay? This content is in no way, shape, or
Because
form. No way, shape, or form.
oh my god,
No way, shape, or
Ed
form.
Gein.
Something that people.
Oopsies. I didn't know it was Gein. I
I
thought
want
it
to
was
shout
Gibb.
out the channel Zero Story Belief.
Gein.
Okay? I think it's interesting.
Now I will
It
have
makes
to press
no
pause,
fucking
and what I'll
sense.
do,
What he did
right,
is he took
is I'll check if there's nudity because there's no nudity in the show. Safe to go. So without further ado,
What he did
let's get it.
is he took
I think that's a good idea.
Story. He took the full show. What did he do? Oh my god, by the way, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. What do you think, guys? Oh my god. Oh my god. We're beating a high school. We're beating a freaking high school. Oh, they did. We
I'm
beat
very
our
strong.
score by 400. This is huge. Da, da, da. This is the tower. This
It's
is the
so
tower.
quick. I cannot do like a
Yeah, so
review, but
so
oh, this is our
and
part-time
the
music. Check it out.
For example, you take 2 episodes, you take all
Can you
the
imagine the guy that
elements
plays
in the
Seven
show,
Anarchy?
and this is by any means not something that's working, not something that should work. It's working. It works so well.
There
So
you
how
go.
does he does it? This is a very good question.
If only
How
this
he
was the
does it?
scariest thing that we saw, which isn't.
Such a good question.
Wearing his face, mom.
He takes all the elements, right? You see, like,
Kind of nuts. Kind of nuts. Kind of nuts. Kind of nuts.
in the show.
But hey,
He
let's
and
freaking go.
also joins.
Let's freaking go. You
And,
guys ready? So
He grows with
before I said, like I said, I did a first impression of the show. You guys know that I didn't know anything about Ed Gein myself. I never even heard of it, but so far it's actually pretty
It
good.
makes sense.
Oh,
And it's,
oh.
you know what's crazy?
So we have the first episode, which is Mother. Ed Gein, I know so little about it. That is kind of insane. Like for example, Dahmer, I knew some of it. John Wayne Gacy, I knew nothing of it. However, John Wayne Gacy, when I was watching it, I wasn't even making comments, so it didn't really matter. And
Listen to
on a farm in Wisconsin, the twisted link between Ed Gein, solitary man, and his authoritarian mom make him go insane. So pretty simple. I'm gonna go in. I watched this yesterday. What I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to do the 3 episodes together. And if I get to do 3 episodes together, it's gonna be cool. If I don't get to do it, it's okay.
I gotta be serious. I gotta have a small amount of.
If I don't get to do it, it's okay.
Oh my god.
So
It's coming back to me. What I was
the
talking
very
about.
first scene is very troubling. This is kind of cool because you're seeing the farm and you're seeing the house. So the very first scene is basically Ed Gein.
I remember something.
I don't know how much I should talk about this because there are 3 hours that I have to recap. So it's gonna be a lot.
Small amount of.
It's gonna be a shit ton.
Not morphine, but dude, no, I don't want. Hi, bro. Thanks.
No,
And I was expecting-
that's not the first scene.
Thank you very much. Was it?
Yeah, it's just kind of scary. Yeah, just kind of creepy. Most of the thing here is not scary; it's creepy. So Ed is gonna be milking a cow. It's gonna be a bit odd with it. So, oh my God, is milking a cow weird? No. Is petting a cow weird? No. Is putting your hand in the milk freshly milk? No. But it's a horror story. It's a strange story. You're supposed to believe it's gonna be weird. So everything that happened in your mind will be weird because you came for that. There's already in the show. There's already like a really good. There's already a really good what you call it? What you call it? It's kind of complex. There's already a really good critic over what we're watching, right? So I'm not gonna say it too much right now, but it's kind of cool. So we go in. This is insane. So we got Ed, who is, I'm gonna call him Ed by respect, who is spying on 2 girls. Now, ultimately speaking, this is kind of really cool because
I don't know much. What I'm gonna do possibly is I'm gonna watch the documentary and then I'll check out. I want to learn more about it. If I want to learn more, I'll do it. Otherwise, no. But you're seeing two girls now. You think that he's a creep again because your perception is that it's gonna be a scary movie. But then one of the girl he's in love with, which is Adeline. Now in the show, they don't mention Adeline's age. She looks very young compared to him. But at the same time, it's possibly the actor, the guy who played a son of Arctic versus a young woman. They're talking about bullet bra, and this is also super insane because they're talking about bullet bra. So as a perv, what you would do is you would see women in bikinis and like, holy shit, they're hot, right? But him, when he sees the underwear, he thinks about wearing them. So again, it's something that's still relating to him differently. What is super cool about this show is basically what they're doing is, how can I say this? What they're doing is
I went to work later on.
I think I'm gonna need some energy to do that. This is it's complex because at the same time I want to do it nicely, but it's so somber. It's so something so weird, so disgusting, right? So the best thing about the documentary is there's little psychologists that what should we call it? They do an analysis on him. So Ed Gein was during the Second World War. During the Second World War, there was not a lot of killers, right? And even then, so Ed Gein, what they're saying is he inspired such as. And it's kind of crazy. So in this show, why is Ed Gein so important? Okay, so Ed Gein is simply the father of serial killer, which is kind of true, kind of not true, right? So Ed Gein was a monster, and when you it's so complex because. Oh my god. So when you see this show, right, you start in the beginning, right? And then from the show you're gonna see Hitchcock, which is years and years later, right? At the end of the show we see what Ed did, the number of people he killed, right? Because you see the number of people he killed, you realize like, hey, well, this guy was fucking insane, right? So then Albert Hitchcock, and this is really cool because this is explored in the second episode or third, I don't remember, but he's giving people gory, giving people horror. And there's a new thing that came out, which is sexual horror, which is still going on today, which is like NCIS and show like murder, trauma, whatever it's called, right? And it's super popular. So Ed Gein wasn't the forefather of serial killer, right? However, he was one of the crazier killer out there, and because he was one of the craziest killer out there, then when they did a movie about a serial killer, they chose him, right? Now, ultimately speaking, this is where it gets complex. This is where it gets very, very, very complex. So a person like Jeffrey Dahmer, a person like, because Jeffrey Dahmer was real, right? So they're saying that the forefather of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, right? In the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, there is a killer called Leatherface who's wearing the face of people. Ed Gein did that. He did it. So was there something of an inspiration there? Possibly, right? Possibly. And the reality is, it might be, but I don't know. In a case like Jeffrey Dahmer was a real person. Jeffrey Dahmer was fucking insane. Okay, so would you say that Ed Gein was what should we call it? He was a inspiration for Jeffrey Dahmer? No. However, it's complex because even in this show, they're showing this Nazi. I don't remember what she is, but she's the bitch of Auschwitz, and she's torturing and skinning alive her victim. So Ed Gein kind of gets the idea to skin the victim because of her. Now, ultimately speaking, did Jeffrey Dahmer see Ed Gein do the thing that he did and said, "Hey, I'm gonna become a killer"? No. He possibly saw the way that Ed Gein killed. Because he saw the way that Ed Gein killed. It was like, okay, well, if I do that, it's gonna be pretty freaking special. Are we good for the storage? We're not horrible. We're not good. Give me a sec. Still in pain.
It's not one contact, it's twice, 3 times, 4 times. You have content because you don't remember the supplement. That is what a great show is. It is 40,000 videos. Remember what I talked about? No. Remember some videos I thought, oh, why? Were they more important? Possibly. Right? Possibly. So then back to the subject. I have to finish this fucking video because this is long.
Storage is good. Don't get me wrong.
So, let's recap.
It's about gonna be a problem because I tend to talk a lot. I've got 3 hours to redo. So, which is not bad. I'm down for it. I'm not gonna be finishing the show today or tomorrow, just in case we need it.
In life, either I have nobody and I have a subject to talk about. There have to be people and I don't have a subject. However, the subjects need to be done very slowly. For example, I can.
So there you go. We're
I
at
too long to remember the show.
3 minutes. So there you go. Ed gang get cut, and they're following him. They discover it's him. Now here's the craziest thing. Ed gang comes back home and he wears the underwear of his mom and he starts masturbating. So then again, this is so special because do masturbation is special. I guess you can clip this. He's choking himself. First of all, he's wearing underwear. Now you do whatever you want. I'm not king shame, but the knowledge on sexuality. Okay, so for example, right? This is also very important. This is in the 1940s, right? So for example, right? I see a porn of, I don't know, a teacher. No, you know what? We'll go with the classic cops and criminal, right? I see a porn where there's a cops, a male cop that find a female criminal and she said, hey, if you look away, I'll give you favors. So then I find this titillating. What I do is I want to reproduce this role play. So I get a disguise, I get a costume, if you will, finally I find myself a girlfriend, for example. Would be nice, by the way. And then we do it, right? Because I saw something. But with Ed Gein, and this is what's different, is there's no material to research. This is coming from his mind. So the idea of wearing female underwear, this is something that he saw, is something that he did. Now, ultimately speaking, there is something to be said about that. So ultimately speaking, what is possibly there is he has those dark thoughts before. He saw the bitch of Auschwitz, and he's like, hey, I want to do it too. I want to become her. And this is possibly why he wants to do it, but I don't know. No, because this is before he knows about that. So then he used this, and his mom caught him. And his mom, she is such a bitch. So she kept him, she make him stand naked in front of her, and she recited the Bible to him and how he is a sinner. And his mom is part of the reason why he's like that. So, for example, it's like you must never touch a girl. You never have sex with a girl. You must
So you guys know that I was doing.
Okay, this is a problem. Give me a second. This is a huge problem.
What this is a huge problem. I was taking all of the nature porn, and I was literally hitting them, right? What I'm gonna do is when it's gonna be sunrise, it's gonna be nice.
This is a huge problem.
We're gonna be doing the full, which is uploading the video as is, which is what
this is a huge problem. So this one is 1 terabyte of storage, and it's full. It's filled to the brim. And the problem
that
is,
way you still get a comment.
I don't know where I stopped.
Nature porn,
which is not true because I know exactly where I stopped.
Don't care about watching. Just background.
There's no way.
Right?
I fell upon it right away. Since this is 6:31, we're good.
What else?
Because I upload them every single night.
So French fries. Mac and cheese. I'm still sucker for a good mac and cheese.
Yeah, mac and cheese. I'm a sucker for good mac and cheese. This was 451. Okay. So now what you do is you go under YouTube Studio.
When I think about vods, for example, right now we're watching a guy Netflix series. My own video. I'm gonna copyright my own videos.
Ashtam gram piki gram. Ashtam gram piki gram. So swear, the last one we did was 309. 309. However, 453. Keep that in mind, English. We can get that one. We're good. 453, please. Good. See, that I uploaded them yesterday, so I remember.
I understand.
I remember from yesterday. This is 5. So if I did this one,
this is great, bro.
And I did noise. If I do those two, we're good for the day. Now I'll have to do them after, because this won't last me more than a day.
You hear it?
But ultimately speaking, depends on how much I film tomorrow. To see, these two are 25 gigs of data. Because the 25 gigs of data, I get to upload as much as I want to. If you want me to, you want me to, so make a move, so make a move. Cause I ain't got all. You know what? We'll do this. We'll sing. My mom cooked meatloaf even though I don't eat meat. I love you so much, it burned my heart to beat. It's on TV. Because we need a little bit of them. Because usually what I do, which is insane, I understand. But usually what I do is I delete everything. Even though I don't eat meat, so make a move, cause I ain't got all night. Usually, what I'll do is I'll upload everything, and then I'll have to delete everything. However, tonight, we are not lucky. Tonight's mid-video, and I started the video 16 minutes ago, but the storage on this card is 1 terabyte, and I don't feel like 17 gigs out of 1,000 is a lot. You know, how much hours do I have? I have 10 hours of hours. Okay, let's continue. We're good here. I think I fucked it up again. I think it broke the file, but I'm not sure. We'll check it after because this is gonna take some time. I've been filming for 2 hours and 14, which means that if I was to guess, it would possibly be 13, 14 gigs at 720p. 720p's will take me about 12 minutes to do, and I don't want to do it, so fuck you. It didn't break. Okay, cool. Yeah, so his mom is possibly the reason why he went so crazy, right? So his mom, she's just punishing him. She tells him, like, you must never have a kid. All men are filth. You're disgusting. So the reality is, this episode, we're going to meet the brother of Ed Gibb, which is a completely normal guy. And he will tell her, hey, mom's insane. Like, you gotta get out of here. You don't realize. And his mom, she's a bitch. She's mean, bro. She's really mean. So what she does is she makes fun of him. She insults him. She degraded him all the time. And they're saying that he had schizophrenia, but I believe it's more. So this is super cool. So Ed is told to be a complete creep, right? So he's talking to these girls, and they find it weird, and he just doesn't know how to talk to them, right? Because again, his relationship with his mom is disgusting, right? So now the guy, and this is kind of cool because the milkman, the guy who's in charge of the milk bar, because they have like milkshake and shit like that, right? He goes in and said, hey, to the head, hey, don't do that. Now this is also important because it could be perceived as him knowing that, but what I think happened here, because it's creepy, right? It's like, don't do that. And he possibly means that's how you're gonna get the girl, right? And Head is like, well, I didn't mean nothing by it. Listen to how he said it too. His voice, shout out to the actor.
129.37.
Very simple-minded. Don't mean nothing by it.
129.37.
Okay, so then, surprise, motherfucker, guess who's there? Adeline, which is the girl he was pieing on. And this is insane. This is really interesting scene. Because he's reading the journal, and he's basically seeing camps of people being killed, and it's literally showing pictures of mountains of body, and it's nuts because you're basically like, holy shit, I can't believe they would publish that, right? So Ed is seeing this, and then he meets Adeline, and Adeline says, hey, I got a friend who has information that's private to him, and he shows pictures. So he shows picture of people that are dead, and it's a really horrible picture. And then even then, what she gives them is a secret magazine. And a secret magazine is basically the bitch of Auschwitz. So she's the one that's flailed the victim. She is bad, bro. She kills them. She skinned them alive. I think that's enough, right? She skinned them alive. This will give him the ID to skin them alive. Now, if he didn't see her, would he have done it? It's hard to say. So he's basically seeing this, right? And the craziest thing is, it's hard to tell if he's interested by the story because he's interested because he smiles. But Ed is a simple guy, so you don't know if he smiles because he's dumb or he smiles because he's interested, right? So yeah, the monster, the Ed guy story. So there you go. We have his brother, and his brother is actually super cool.
You'll be all able to sit at home, right? This is kind of crazy because when you look at shit, every video that I'm filming, you look at vods, you look at every single thing that I'm streaming, right? Down the line, I had a big page called Librarian. Librarian was going to do what? Librarian was going to be super special. Librarian was going to be a playthrough that I'm playing and always.
There you go. So his brother is telling him like, hey, and this is beautiful. He's telling him, hey, I met this girl, right? And this girl has already been married. So this is what's insane, right? So why is the brother so important, and why do I like the brother so much? Well, first of all, because he's normal compared to Ed, so that means that there's this classical thing of nature versus nurture. So both of these kids were raised in the same house by the same mom. If it was nurture, it would be the same person, right? Now Ed does have his sickness, which is schizophrenia. I think there's something else though. I don't know. So yeah, so he's like, hey, I met this girl, and it's like, you cannot marry her, she's been married before. And usually, because back then they're very religious, but then because his mom was such a nightmare, his perception of what is good in the world is different because he's been through shit, right? So it's like, hey, I'm leaving you. And at the same time, you still feel like the bird care. Like, you've always been the peculiar kind, but you're not a bad person. You are not a bad person. Even then, and the second episode is going to kill somebody, and then the police says, hey, have you seen somebody? And said, oh, so the car of Ed game, but he wouldn't hurt a fly. So he's kind of looked properly by people around town. So his brother is like, you gotta get out of here, right? And Ed, so this is kind of complex. This is super complex, but this is also one of the most important scene of the fucking first episode. So he goes in, and he's pissed because his brother is leaving him, and then his brother starts talking shit about his mom. So Ed gets angry, and he takes a stick, and he hit him, right? And he kills his brother. Now, ultimately speaking, it was an accident, but he still killed his brother. Now, Ed tells his brother, stop joshing around, because again, this is a 1940, so the way they're talking is different. Stop joshing around, get up. And the craziest thing is he runs away because he's afraid, but then he says, no, I have to make sure that he's okay. So he goes back to the farm and he imagines, this is kind of the insane part, he imagines that his brother is sitting up and said, hey, you're right, I'm sorry, I'll talk to mom, right? Now, this will happen another time, but there's this other girl, which is the barmaid, right? And she offers Ed to see prostitutes, and then Ed is like, fuck that, I don't want to see prostitutes. What kind of Jezebel are you? Talking about his mom again. And then he imagined that she is surrounded by prostitutes, and that's why he kills her. And by killing her, he does a lot of favor because one less Jezebel in the town, right? But when you realize and come back to nature, you see the nature, and the nature is
I can do
yeah, we have to do ads as submission. The event. So we're playing this, we're playing
Vendetta Inc.
I can show you this. And we're playing this. We're also playing here, but who cares, right? So yeah, this shows that, and this is so complex because it's schizophrenia. He's not imagining people. Imagine those are really real people that he's imagining, but at the same time, I only like. Even then, what she gives them is a secret magazine. And a secret magazine is basically the bitch of Auschwitz. So she's the one that's flailed the victim. She is bad, bro. She kills them. She skins them alive. I think that's enough, right? She skins them alive. This will give him the ID to skin them alive. Now, if he didn't see her, would you have done it? It's hard to say. It's hard to say. So he's basically seeing this, right? And the craziest thing is, it's hard to tell if he's interested by the story because he's interested because he smiles. But Ed is a simple guy, so I don't know if he smiles because he's dumb or he smiles because he's interested, right? So we get the monster, the Ed guy story. So there you go. We have his brother, and his brother is actually super cool.
That would be the start of Project Vendetta. No, that would be the start of the chapter 2. Now, here's the thing. There's two possibilities. Either a manipulation of merchants, which again, merchant is what? Merchant is just focusing on
There you go. So his brother is telling him like, hey, and this is beautiful. He's telling him, hey, I met this girl, right? And this girl has already been married. So this is what's insane, right? So why is the brother so important, and why do I like the brother so much? Well, first of all, because he's normal compared to Ed, so that means that there's this classical thing of nature versus nurture. So both of these kids were raised in the same house by the same mom. So if it was nurture, it would be the same person, right? Now Ed does have his sickness, which is schizophrenia. I think there's something else though. I don't know. So yeah, so he's like, hey, I met this girl, and it's like, you cannot marry her. She's been married before, and usually because back then they're very religious, very religious. But then because his mom was such a nightmare, his perception of what is good in the world is different because he's been through shit, right? So it's like, hey, I'm leaving you. At the same time, you still feel like the bird care. Like you've always been the peculiar kind, but you're not a bad person. You're not a bad person. Even then, and the second episode he's gonna kill somebody, and then the police says, "Hey, have you seen somebody?" And they think, "Oh, it's the car of Ed Gain," but he wouldn't hurt a fly. So he's kind of looked properly by people around town. So his brother is like, "You gotta get out of here," right? And Ed, so this is kind of complex. This is super complex, but this is also one of the most important scene of the fucking first episode. So he goes in, and he's pissed because his brother is leaving him, and then his brother starts talking shit about his mom. So Ed gets angry, and he takes a stick and he hit him, right? And he kills his brother. Now, ultimately speaking, it was an accident, but he still killed his brother. Now, Ed tells his brother, stop joshing around, because again, this is a 1940, so the way they're talking is different. Stop joshing around, stop joshing around, stop joshing around, get up. And the craziest thing is he runs away because he's afraid, but then he says, no, I have to make sure that he's okay. So he goes back to the farm and he imagines, and this is kind of the insane part, he imagines that his brother is setting up and said, hey, you're right, I'm sorry, I'll talk to mom, right? Now, this will happen another time, but there's this other girl, which is the barmaid, right? And she offers Ed to see prostitutes, and then Ed is like, fuck that, I don't want to see prostitutes. What kind of Jezebel are you? Talking about his mom again. And then he imagined that she is surrounded by prostitutes, and that's why he kills her. And by killing her, he does the world a favor, because one less Jezebel in the town, right? But when you realize that you come back to nature, you see the nature, and the nature is yeah, we have to do ads because it's a mission event. So we're playing this. I can show you this. And we're playing this. We're also playing here, but who cares, right? So yeah, this shows that, and this is so complex because it's just schizophrenia. He's not imagining people. Imagine those are really real people that he's imagining. But at the same time, I don't know schizophrenic people, and I don't see them a lot on TV, so I don't have any idea of what it is. The only one that I saw was Colin Farrell and Beautiful Mind. And this guy was schizophrenic, right? The Beautiful Mind. Yeah, it's a great movie. That movie.
12 hours per day, which is so lots.
There you go. I just finished. I just wasted your time and wasted mine. Great song, bro. Great song. Possibly sis, but I don't care. There's so much to do, bro. So much to do.
I'm only able to do the lab.
And so little time to do. Oh fuck! I need to check
I'm
something.
only able to do the lab.
Yeah, this is what happened when we've been working for an hour and a half away. I did I did half an hour rant video. I did an half an hour video on Berserk, and we did half an hour video now. And what? 4.5 minutes.
Cash per wave, cash per.
Okay, perfect. So we're back. We are back to this one. We are back to Reno. So his brother getting back. It's like a giant kid. Simple as that. Like a giant kid. So there you go. Then we have the whole scene. This is kind of super nice. Because look, this is after his brother's dead. And you see him in clear as day.
Ultimate weapon, the only one it can do is one that has.
You see him clear as day. So this is kind of insane, right?
This wave, which activates on the cooling tower. There is a black hole. There is spots on.
I remember the scene. So there you go. So Ed is trying to, and this is kind of sweet because he's trying to protect his brother. It's like, hey, let's come up my brother. You know how he's been doing. He's been seeing this girl. And his mom right away she shuts him up. She's like, hey, your brother is a Ethan, or Ethan. I don't know how you say it. H-A. It's from the song 21 Pilots. All my friends are Ethan. Say it slow. Dun, 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 have them how you know. You don't know. No, 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 no. So there is a Ethan. Ethan Spock. Is that his name? Because I just saw. I want to see this back home too. Seems really good. He's like, his mom's like, don't break my heart. Your brother's a douchebag. Your brother's an asshole, and please, whatever you do, don't break my heart. So this is kind of cool because you see, and the actor that plays Ed Gibbs is, I hope he gets an Oscar for it because the fucking work that he done is amazing. I have never respected. Well, I didn't see Son of Anarchy, so I don't know how good he was as Jax. But this is great work, right? Oh, by the way, if you didn't know, there's somebody that you might know a little bit of a. I think her family name is Ray. And if she was to be called, I would be Addison. Addison Ray, yeah, she's in there. She's in there. She has a fucked up leg, so no more dancing career, I guess. Little bit of a joke, right? And Ed Gibbs. Why am I calling him Ed Gibbs? So, but you see, his mom is talking to him, and she's basically like, she's super vile, venom. And then he's not crying and tearing up, right? And this is just, and this is insane because you know his brother's right. His brother was a good dude, and his mom's a piece of crap, right? But then he goes the next day and realizes his brother is dead. So what he does is he hides on the farm and he burns the barn. So because he burned the barn, he's blaming his brother, and his brother is deaf, and they will never say that he did it. Now, this is also important in a couple of ways. So the problem with the Ed guy is we don't know how smart he is or how dumb he is. We don't know how much he realizes what's going on versus how much he doesn't realize. So by doing this, we can surmise that he feels like he's doing something wrong. He can surmise like he's afraid of the consequences, right? Which means he understands that what he did is wrong. Chose to do it once, chose to do it twice, and what he did is wrong. However, there's two things, right? The first kill is this one. The second kill, he does feel justified. You feel like she's a bad person. Because she feels like she's a bad person, then she's like, hey, now where I am is a third victim, right? And this is crazy. Because it's an older woman who's alone. And he's talking with her and he's having a date with her. And he's thinking about how good her skin will look as a furniture. We do have yeah, so it's kind of insane. Wish he had a fucking name like the not the Jack the Ripper, but a name, you know. So that's what he tells the mom, and then the firefighter goes in. And this is so fucked up because the mom is crying. And she feels very sad, but at the same time, she didn't treat it like shit. And not even a couple minutes ago, we were seeing how bad she was talking about her son. So this is a case of that is really gonna stress her out. And then what's gonna happen is she's gonna have a stroke. Now with the stroke, it's super well made because they're basically doing the exercise. My mom had a stroke. My mom, she had a stroke in real life. Thank God they found it early on because with her it took some time. And half of her face is now like this, right? And she can't lift a arm, and now she needs a cane. My mom, she lost a feeling in one of her hands, and yeah, so that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. There you go. So Ed, he's talking about his mom. And this is kind of crazy. This is kind of insane because the doctor says, hey, this is what she has to do. She has to kidnap her in a day and you have to bath her, right? So Ed will take, one of the first things he does with her is he takes her naked and he baths her. Now, ultimately speaking, we know that Ed's kind of a pervert. Does he see his mom in a sexual manner or not? I don't know. I don't know if he's using it in a sexual manner or not. I don't know. And because I don't know what can I say, right? But he's cleaning his mom. Now also he's cleaning with clay, skin his mom. But it's kind of crazy because when he's killing his mom, she's already dead. He didn't kill her. Now, there's something that's fucked up, but he didn't kill her.
Cute.
His mom, he didn't kill her. So this is crazy because as he's washing her, he's imagining himself being the bitch of Auschwitz, and the bitch of Auschwitz, she skinned the Earth victims. And now we're seeing a scene like that. Now, ultimately speaking, these scenes are special because these scenes are possibly just something that we saw. It's not explained what it is. So, for example, right? So what it is Ed Gein is going to be the monster, right? Then we're going to have a second character that's important, which is Albert Hitchcock. And Albert Hitchcock will be like, okay, well, guess what? I not only saw the disgusting of it, but I made money out of it. I made a business out of it. And this is disgusting because I publicly showed what he did.
Do with that is I'm going to take care of every single enemy that comes in.
Yeah. So you see her, and she's such a bitch. Now, this is something I didn't know. You see the guy with the stripes? This is the Jews, right? Now, ultimately speaking, if you were to talk about historically correct, you would give him a armband, right? It's a show. And they were acting as servant. I didn't know that. So you see a bunch of German people. They have family. It's kind of crazy that you see that. If you go on Twitter, you don't really understand that this is something that is getting back popularity. So we see a bunch of these scenes. Now, these scenes itself are weird because where did they come from? We show somebody that's what I think would be nice if they show her having deeper issues. So for that Ed Gein is trying to reproduce what she was doing is a mental issue in itself. That's pretty much it. So yeah. What's next? So the mom is streaming Eddie. Now this is super cool. Okay, that's pretty much it. Why? Okay, I understand. So he's reading the comic. He's reading the comic of her. This is the bitch of Auschwitz, right? Because he's reading the comics of her. He's basically like, okay, yeah. He's imagining it. That's possible. So now his mom is streaming, and she is treating him like a piece of shit. She's talking about how they owe her money. And again, she's full of venom. So she goes in and she screams and she screams, and then she falls because her heart stopped from this. Right now, ultimately speaking, it is because he didn't give her a aspirin. And this is look at this beautiful. They bury her. Now this will come in super important later on because he will dug the grave up, but it's also coming up. So she's gonna be marrying him, right? And he's gonna tell her that hey, she is alive. So if she see the tomb, will know that this is not true. So there you go. So Ed goes in the house. And it's kind of crazy because he misses his mom right away. Now, ultimately speaking, I don't know why, because she was so mean to him, but he does miss her.
Voilà. Ce que j'aime beaucoup aussi, c'est qu'ils ont changé l'esprit, ça te montre que c'est quoi les prix. Oh mon dieu.
What can mean?
I didn't even notice. I did in English for every single picture. Go back to French. I didn't even notice they changed the display. Now it tells you how many shards you're gonna get. It tells you how many diamonds you're gonna get and how much cash you're gonna get. Insane.
I think this scene is to show how normal his life is after he killed his mom. Well, he didn't kill her, but she's dead. So he goes in, he does what he's doing. And this is, if it's the way, that would be super smart because he takes, the first scene of this show was him milking a cow. And then he just did that, and then because he cannot cook, he's eating beans. Now these beans will be coming up later because he's gonna marry her, and he's gonna have a job. He's gonna be losing that job and say, "Hey, I want to eat pork and beans." And here we see him eating pork and beans. So yeah, so this is pretty much this scene. Now he misses her a lot. This is kind of insane. This is kind of insane because he goes to her, right? He goes to her grave and he reads the Bible. The next thing he does is he dug her up. Now, I don't remember what he does with the body. Oh yeah. But this is so weird. Because this is not his mom. This is a completely different body. She digs her up. But I guess he makes her kind of pretty. Yeah, I don't remember this. My body blocked a lot of these scenes. My brain. Because it's pretty fucking disgusting. Again, disgusting, creepy, yes. Horror? Not really. Not really.
The kid is taking the water out.
Okay.
VODs.
yeah, this is
My
insane.
new VODs.
This is the thing.
My
So this
new
is the
version
first scene
of
of the second
VODs,
show.
bro. Am I happy with what's going on?
So this
yes and
the second
no.
scene. So he's I don't know
definitely
what he's
that.
doing right now, to be honest, because it's the
Then-
middle of winter, and I think what he's doing is he's plowing the lawn,
also thinking
which
about
I don't know
the
why he's
future.
doing in the winter. We see a bunch
Laying
of
in another
people that
place
are
you
running
know
away.
about.
Now,
So we
ultimately
have
speaking, those people
VODs, we
are said to be,
have-
and this is kind of insane. This is kind of insane. Because it's said to be
We have the
Jewish
four,
people because
we're
they have the
good.
stripes, right? Now, here's the crazy part.
Daily
The
weekly
crazy part
mission are
is
done.
they'll run away, and he
I'm at
will hide,
35.
right? And he will do a
Good.
nervous breakdown. He'll take a gun and say, "Hey, they know what I've done. They know what I've done. They know what I've done." And then
We got the weeklies, we got the website.
this is really important because you hear his mom saying they're not here, and this is so fucking insane because you don't understand how bad it is until you take the time to realize it. His mom, who is dead, tells him that other dead people cannot be alive. So his mom, who doesn't exist, tells him that other people, hey, they're
You get
dead,
the reward. Great song.
right? So yeah, she tells
got
him
this song.
hey, they're dead. Don't worry about it.
Perfect.
This is kind of insane because he'll trust her. Now, also
We have the new
speaking,
perk, we have the chrono
I
field,
think
we have
that
the golden tower,
it's
flashlight
so
damage,
it's super complex, right?
defense percent.
Because again, I don't know much about it.
Now,
I didn't
we got
finish
another
it, so
problem with the tower.
I can still make
They
some
don't
theory.
have-
What I think
another problem,
happened is
Inc.
he had the
Problem
body
is
of the
that we
mom
have,
in the house. That way he could hear her voice, right?
many
And by the
problems.
way, when he
The
hears her
problem is
voice,
we
she's so a
have-
fucking
we're
bitch.
gonna start
She's so
shooting
super
a
mean.
lot.
So I think it's
Shooting
important
shooting a lot.
to talk about.
Pay more attention to the tower, but that's okay.
Nobody there.
Even everything. 2,000 in Ukraine. Go back to everything. Look at everything. The stats.
So this is super important.
The I've been doing this
So
for
you
7
guys want to
hours.
be okay. So basically,
I didn't even touch it.
Now I
It's
just realized
3,000,
something
baby.
that I
It's
missed.
3,000 new perks. Free
is
upgrade
something I
chance.
missed.
Fuck you, dude.
this is something that I missed.
and damage.
And this is quite important.
Health and damage. Okay, so VODs. We have my weeklies. Good. We have my guild. Good. Then let's go with the tournament.
It's a cycle.
Edition rank 26.
That's
That's not good.
What your
That's
book?
okay. 22 stones.
I don't know if it's Robert.
I don't know what to do.
Bloch.
And that's it for VODs.
I don't want the average version. I want the whole thing.
Mama.
It's 1959, so that could be something.
Didn't mean to make. Ooh. Wait, number 52 for.
The Weird Tale.
Voiceless.
So there's an audiobook. So what I didn't realize is there's a book of that.
I don't really need to restart it. I'm gonna be checking out for the quests. Holy shit. These was the only one that I was worried about. Judy.
So what I want to
I
do,
should restart it.
I want to download the book. Because American Psycho, which is great, but I don't want to keep looking for it. Psycho.
15 stone.
Is that the whole thing or not?
Not
I was looking for Psycho 2.
25.
Ah.
5 million, 50 gems.
Okay,
25
you want
medals,
to finish.
and 20 stars.
Robert Bloch, Psycho. There you go, we found it.
Okay, this
On
is
YouTube
one
by
one.
Starry Night Audio Libre. So then, so this is the important part, right? Audio Libre is audiobook in time, which means it's possible that it's in
Now we
time.
have clouds.
diversi minuti quando Mary se ne accorse di insenazione
Beautiful night, the father, the
contemporaneamente in
parents
legge dei fari.
are
I'm a fucking genius, don't you realize? I'm a fucking
a
genius.
waste of water, dude. Becoming a bit hot, my friend. Monster.
Psycho complete audiobook.
What I'm about to do, I'm about to take a
Psycho.
monster. I'm about to put water inside. Let's put this in the freezer.
Now, I love that I write Psycho and I find myself.
You know what you could do?
I know it's Robert Bloch. Okay, so
All you have to do is take a can of this
Robert Bloch
monster.
or Robert.
You put
Robert
a
Bloch.
condom. You can also put
If I mess up your name, I'm sorry, Robert. You're possibly
plastic
probably
bag.
dead.
take
Okay.
a plastic bag. You put
Psycho.
it on top. You burn it. You burn it to the edge.
I don't like the abridged
That way it
version.
becomes really, really gross. What you do is you put water inside it and you put it in and out of the freezer. That's the ice pack. Baby.
Norman.
Cool.
Okay, okay. Nice.
Okay. So we
Nice.
have
It's good to know.
Easter, yes. Easter.
But it's good to know. Oh my god, Atlantis. May you have no worry about the people on Earth. So now I'm going to be able to watch the book. So basically what happened here is there's this shrink, right? And then Shrinky wrote a book which is called Psycho. Psycho is one of the story of Ed Gein, right? And then you meet Albert Hitchcock, and then the first thing that they have or we see is the meaning of should we make a movie out of the books. So crazy story. I was born in the 90s, so this doesn't touch me, nor here, nor here, nor here. But a lot of the books that we read were movies. So for example, V for Vendetta, Fight Club, 1984, American Psycho, Clockwork Orange, Godfather, Chucky, Child Play 1, 2, and 3, the Freddy versus Jason, but the Freddy Krueger and the Jason Voorhees, and the Michael Myers. They're all audiobook because they're all audiobooks. Oh my god. Ouch. Still hurting. Because I could do that. I could do audiobooks, which would be great. How about we drink a little bit of a...
The same level as Easter.
I want to stop energy drinks though.
Oh my god. It's like, hey. Fucking hate when this happens.
I'm addicted. I got paid last week. The first thing I did, I bought energy drinks.
Gently 22 stones. It's not bad, man.
Resist Temptation Inc. Yeah, so they're talking about that, and this is cool because his wife tells her, hey, nobody was gonna want to see this, right?
First thing that weapon is 5. We increase it until 50.
My pain is paralyzing. But Alfred and him, they're trying to. So this is possibly Robert cultured self.
Yeah, I got to the bathroom. Excuse me, can I say something real quick? We go to the bathroom right now. We do after this. We buy another ultimate weapon, and we upgrade it.
Why do I feel like Albert is wearing a fat suit?
What I didn't do was everything because
and a very poorly made one. A very poorly made one. 5, 4, 3, 2,
That's my first
1.
with. Oh my god, you don't think so?
How did I know?
My first with everything.
Some of them are fucking genius.
The only difference there was
Albert Hitchcock is to blame also here. So Robert Hitchcock was a brilliant filmmaker, right? But he did some horror, and people are getting tired of the horror movie. Now, ultimately speaking, Albert Hitchcock is presented to end this series as this disgusting man. I don't know him, so I don't want to slander. Even though he's dead, he can do shit to me legally speaking. But if he can, allegedly, it's gonna be put into every single sentences. So Albert is seen to be perving on with the actress. Albert is seen like sitting in the movie. They're literally showing Psycho, and in the movie Psycho, you're seeing people in the theater leaving, vomiting, and Albert is like, I like that. I like that my movie. So he seemed like a crazy person himself. But ultimately, what he's more guilty of is publicizing a serial killer. So they're talking about, and this is super nice. So you see, these are my favorite scene, right? Mind numbs.
Sheer magnitude of the evil of the Nazi Holocaust. See, for the first time in history, what human beings are capable of when the moral compass is off. Lost.
So see, this is kind of crazy because thanks to our research, we discovered that the book Psycho was written in 1959. So the the Holocaust was ended in 45. So this was like 15 years after. There you go. You talk about there you go. This is so important. He's like Frankenstein and Dracula will not cut it anymore. Mr. Bloch. So the book is Mr. Bloch. So Albert Hitchcock already knows that the people want more. They want more, and he's running out of ID because they always have to overdo yourself. So right now, which is kind of crazy, is we're watching Scream, and with Scream, you always feel like you need to do more. Like for example, fucking Jason Voorhees. Jason Voorhees, the 10th one, he's in space. So this doesn't make any sense. And you got the name of the guy, which is Bloch, which means what? Which means that Jason Voorhees audio. And now what you're gonna do is you're gonna do the filter audiobook. A slasher, librarian, yeah.
Very nice.
Super cool. Oh my god! Holy shit! Look at this bad boy. Every unofficial Friday the 13th unabridged audiobook.
It'll be the next one.
There's 29 of them, and they're all more than 2 hours long.
Fuck. Force
is
Ghost Die
insane.
was gonna be the next one.
This is insane. The 80 slasher book, super good dude too. We talked a little bit because I'm one of his first subscriber. Yeah, I was at work and I was wanting to watch The Shining, and then I wanted to watch Child Play, but not on TV, as an audiobook. And his channel was one of the first that he uploaded was Child Play. We listened to it. So then Albert is like, hey, they won't fit it anymore, so this is why we need Psycho. Right? And this is super cool because he asked me, why do you think he's like this?
Crown, at the level we're in, I mean 69.
I mean, it's kind of crazy because Robert was the one that did it.
Which is about 300 and...
It's kind of crazy.
440.
Those two people are insane, believing that this should be tell. So they're talking about him and what he was like. So basically, what they're talking about is how he has schizophrenia. I believe again that he has more. So back then, what we were talking about is the Indian and how they colonized. So they were basically teaching kids to be afraid of them and the way of torture. My father still tells me about the way of torturing. So for example, he said, if you keep on biting your nails, we'll put a match on them. That's what the Indian used to do. And he would talk to me about their torture. He would tell me about the abuse to put leather on your throat, wet them, and yeah, try them up. So, you know, scalping, right? This was something that was said. And there was card you could collect, because again, he's a kid, he wants to collect things, right? So the card you could collect are shrunken hands. And this is super cool.
Talking about
Super cool. It's like, okay, well, if every single kid were there, how come not every single kids are killers just like he was? Like, okay, well, if you really want to talk about it, he was born in that, so he was possibly obsessed with it, and he started sexualizing them. So because he was schizophrenia, one of the symptoms of schizophrenia is trying to make things real, right? Trying to make things real to understand them. So because he saw something that he could understand, which was the killing and the torture and shit like that, what he wanted to do was possibly just to say, you know what, I'm going to be normalizing them. And as a young adult, he was accepting that Chandrak is a sexual fixation with that, right?
I want to be honest. I thought going back to Platinum League was not good. It might be good. It might be something that I want.
Yeah, talking about the bones, so what he wanted was the skin. Now, ultimately speaking, this is insane. Because in that meeting, there's not one time where they talk about the Auschwitz bitch, and because they don't talk about her, it's a feeling that they don't know who she is, what he did. And this is super cool because he's talking about how he melted the body. Now, ultimately speaking, this is the old way, right? They talk about boric acid. So possibly somebody wanted to go and would take boric acid to burn skin. Now, you know what's insane? You know what's insane? If you listen to the audiobook, listen to the audiobook of Fight Club, you learn how to make it more explosive. If you watch the movie of Fight Club, you will not be able to. And it's Chuck something, it's Chuck Palahniuk. It's great audiobook, great.
Beautiful because the whole time you're recording,
this time I'm mistaken.
Changing the application to
So an example is basically his mom.
It's a crown finished.
This is insane,
No
bro.
matter what I did,
Like, tell me this is not a disturbing scene.
A little bit. Why?
He was stripping the flesh, the bones.
You can do anything with crown. You can't do anything with crown.
Give me a sec, it won't be
Crown
that.
was a level where
Look at this, 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 look, listen.
I was kind of stuck. Crown is the level where
Just rest, mom.
you have everything roadblocks.
This is fucked up, bro. This
Okay,
is fucked up
what
to
you're
me.
looking for is critical
Higher degree.
rely on.
So basically, they're talking about, they're talking about, and this is also a good example. They talk about how she would teach him. So her, she was an outwitch bitch, right? And if you look at this, this is super insane. Because you see the lamp, right? And you see the lamp and it's being cleaned. But if you look at the lamp itself, there's a very important details. There you go. So you see, look how crazy this is. Look how crazy this is. If you look at the comics, she's basically making a lamp out of it. You see, she teaches them how to make a lamp.
Voiceless. I'm gonna be uploading. I don't know if I have everything uploaded. This is ever changing.
Yeah, so he was making lamps out of it. And what does his mom say? He ripped a part of it, right? And his mom, she's screaming at him, "You're working too fast."
Yes, yes, you did the right thing, babe. Good job.
There you go.
Good job, bro.
He's looking at the kitchen like she's there, but she's not there. So instead, should never call him a sweet boy,
You have
man.
an issue. You do have a small issue. With an issue, bro?
And his reaction, Albert's reaction, is to smile.
Issues, I don't think the phone is uploading. Which is not good.
What I don't remember. And I was sure I saw a scene that was important. We're gonna realize that is kind of crazy. There it is. There it is. There it is. Look at this. Thing like lamp. Yes. Look at this. Look at this. Wait. No, that's not it. So when you look at the lamp, it's gonna be super. I want to show you because this is insane.
Okay, so now we have
There you go. There you go. We found it. So this is a lamp here.
Yeah, voices.
If you were to look at the lamp, you would see the number about right here, right? Now, Auschwitz, they would have the prisoner. They would give them numbers, right? You learned that in X-Men, the first class. They would give them numbers. So what she did was she took the skin. Now, ultimately speaking, she took the skin from a Jewish person because again, it was during the Second World War, and she took the skin with the numbers on it. So yeah, insane. So now, what we're gonna do is, I'm at 52 minutes. I want to do it like over an hour because of the TikTok. So we'll start the video here, and we still have an hour and a half to do. So we're good.
So we got 1,500. Let's see if I cannot get event shops. We're gonna get again. We get eternal quests. I saw a post on. I saw a post on Reddit.
Mazramush Halahut, and welcome to the part 2 of our series of Ed Gein, the Netflix documentary. I am excited. I hope you guys are excited because it's gonna be something else. We just did a 52 minutes video on what the first episode and a half. So yeah, so this is gonna be quite complex. So I took a small break because your boy did pretty good. Listen, we've been filming for 2 hours, so a little break was indeed not a luxury. But we're back and we're got to go. What did I do? What did I do? Oh, thank you. I just did the next episode. By the way, we have 2 more episodes to do, so I don't know how it's gonna go. So they're basically talking about and by then, talk about the lamp. They're talking about the lamp. That means that they didn't know. This will not make sense if you don't watch part 1. By the way, it only makes sense if you talk about the lamp. It only makes sense if you talk about the image of Auschwitz. So we got a moth, and I like that the Ed Gein is eating very fully. No, I don't remember the moth thing. I don't remember.
Which is 60, which gives us the first round. You're talking about how the mission for
what they do with it, I don't remember.
Is something to grow, but the people were saying like, don't worry, because every single week you're buying a possibility of 8, and every single 2 weeks they're giving
you know, so that's kind of crazy, right? So he's making himself a meal. Then he asks his mom, by the way, that he's dead. Where's his bowl? Now, ultimately speaking, we realize that her bowl is the top of a cranium. He had a supper with his mom, which is basically here with him, and he basically has a conversation, which is kind of nice. This is so freaking cool because in her death, he finally standing up to her. It's really cool. It's really cool because you see here. How can I say this? Like,
what I want.
This feel like an inception, because when you see her with the, she doesn't have the sickness, she doesn't have the stroke, she doesn't have a face, inside of her face that's something, right? So that's kind of cool. And but when you look at it, you see that the bowl he's eating of is what? The skull. Because he got the skull, this is super important. By the way, I saw the picture of the normal guy, and this is, it makes sense, like, they chose the right actor for it. The real, not the actor, but the real person. So they go on a date, and it's a skating rink, right? And this is where you kind of see the sickness. But they go on a date, it's super cool. Now, they have, as they enter, he sees a girl, but instead of seeing her real face, he's seeing, I don't remember what she is. I don't remember how he sees her,
Oh, I'm in rank.
but he's
8,
basically
I got
seeing another person,
same score from BS.
which is again
100
kind of
gems,
cool.
60 stone.
Okay, is that it? Is that it?
60 stones.
Again, this is the 1950s, so this is quite popular.
Like I said, the guild is done. And last but not least, we have
Okay, is that it?
Shield.
I want to get the specific moments where you see the girl, and it's not the same one you think.
After that,
But I feel like I'm missing. Yeah, I'm missing
we
something.
have the plenary reward.
Was it
so
important?
much.
Because I'm only gonna watch
We
this once.
have the weeklies. Please, you're done. Why am I
I'll
saying
do this.
that?
I'll do
Because,
this.
dude,
This is such a good
more
series, but at the same time, you're not gonna watch this multiple times. I did watch Don't Fuck with Cat multiple times,
perfect.
but I did watch something else multiple times.
So that's done. The guild is also finished. The event at 405. We get to 405 to 485, so 80. I got.
This is so cool. They're talking about a date, and this is nice because he's talking with his wife or his girlfriend Adeline, and she's really understanding. So he talks about, and this is kind of cool because it's the date, right? So they're both fucked up, and Adelaide, what she does is she's kind of special like him, right? She has a interest into the morbid, the death, right? And with Ed, she feels like with Ed, she feels like she's normal with him because she can talk about it. So they're on a date. They talk about how he made a bowl out of the ashtray, and she doesn't believe him, and she's like, "Quit joshing me! You're joshing me! You're joshing me! You're joshing me!" And then what happened is she followed him home. Now this is super cool because you believe he's gonna kill her. See, the thing with Ed Gabe is I don't know about him. I don't know what he's doing. Technically speaking, did he kill anybody yet? Yes.
That's it. If you're watching, holy shit, look at this.
He killed his brother.
Look at this.
But
Now what I'm gonna do
What
is
happened?
I'm gonna relax. Because
I think they kill it, right? They go in, and it's super cool. The scene where you go in, goes in the apartment, and
zombies and that's it. I love you guys.
it's like, oh, Ed, this is disgusting. You can't live like that. And it's like, I know, since mother has fallen sick, I've been letting this go. Mother is dead, by the way. So what they do is, she asks him, can you have a light? Now this is cool because again, there's a possibility that Ed understands that what he's doing is not good at all. He doesn't light up the light, right? And then there's the mom that doesn't turn around, and she's dead. So she tells them, "Hey, mom, you got visit. Mom got visit." So then she doesn't know if he's dead or not. This is very weird. So she freaks out, and then she leaves. The second scene that we see with her, I don't understand. Like she's fighting with her mom. Yeah, so this is a very scary scene. And the whole time you think it's gonna kill Adelaide, but it doesn't kill her. And then she just runs away. Which is insane because she's walking. And this is, look at this, this is so cool. We know the mom is dead, but she's running away. And look at this.
When you don't.
Such a beautiful, nice guy. She's dead. So there you go. And this is the super important part. So this is why I have such a hard time with Ed Gibbs. So you see this, right? You see this. And he's going. So this is a person called Mary. So Mary is a person that treats Ed like Ed. I call him Ed because it's Ed Gibb. So I call him Ed because EID is the same thing as Ed Gain, right? So it's, to me, it's so two small names that I put them together, which I don't know why I do that. So with Mary, she's specific, right? So Mary, she goes in and she's like, "Hey, what's the trouble?" And he's like, "Oh, girl trouble." And it's like, I know some people that might want to spend the night with you, which is kind of prostitute, right? It's prostitution. So then Ed's like, "How dare you say that?" And she's like, "Do you want to finish your drink or want to leave away?" And he's like, "Okay, well, I want to be here." And now he asked her where she was from. And we learned that they were German, which is possibly the reason why he was so feeling in tune with the bitch of Auschwitz, right? So then you imagine the scene where there's a ton of Nazis. There's women running around almost naked, and he's understanding that this is a place of sin. That is, he shoots her. Now, ultimately speaking, this is kind of the hard part. So, in the first one, he kills the brother and he's running away. And this one, he feels justified.
Guys,
Did
you're gonna
he
be
feel
hearing the
more
AC
justified
ad
by
on the truck, I'm
killing,
so sorry.
or was it because she didn't mean anything to him versus the brother?
I don't
First
have a
of all.
choice, I'm so
Now,
sorry.
second of all, the mother was still alive with the brother.
Why?
So
'Cause if
was
the
he afraid of
apartment is
the
too
mother?
hot to
If he was afraid of the mother, he
properly.
wouldn't act because the mother was alive. But now that she's dead, he doesn't have anything stopping him. Third of all, did he kill her because he was upset at Adelaide leaving and his mother, quote unquote, treating her like shit even though she's dead? It's a possibility. If that's the case, he killed out of anger versus killing out of desire. And because he kills out of desire, he wants to do it again. If he kills out of anger, as long as he stays calm, he won't kill. Which is what you have to understand in there. So yeah, so basically he kills her, and the scenes are super good, super good. And this is kind of insane because you see the girl, you see the woman, right? I gotta say, I like the German accents. I don't hear a lot of people German. I hear a lot of Dutch because I watch Kid Boga. Sprechen Sie Deutsch? I watch Kid Boga, but apart from that, I don't know much. So, what is really cool here is he's seeing the girl that he's been idolating forever. He's been like, okay, well, this is the person that I start killing for. This is the person that gave me the idea of making a bowl out of the skull, of making a lamp out of the skin, right? So, I have to be nice to that person. But then she talks like shit to his husband. And Ed is like, the first thing he says is like, you're gonna let her talk to you like that. So he's basically disrespecting her. And this is kind of cool. But this is the craziest thing also because this is so weird. Ed would let anybody talk to him like that. But then in this world, made up world, it's like, bro, don't take that. And to me, this is weird. See, with Jeffrey Dahmer, I could have understand. With the clown, John Wayne Gacy, I could have understand. But with Ed, it's so different. It's so peculiar. Right? So now enter this, and this is a super important characters. So this is kind of insane. So we have somebody named Nate. So he's an homosexual, right? And he plays Ed, and you see him dress up as a lady. Now, what I didn't tell you is in another episode,
What the fuck?
Ed never had the idea of, and this is gonna
You're
be
never charging
I'm gonna
me.
get canceled for that. But apparently, in Germany, during the Second World War, there was a lot there was the beginning of the psychology of transgenderism. I think that's the word you call it, right? So a lot of people say that the book that was being burned. So the Nazi, what they did is they burned books and humongous fire. So this was knowledge. So a lot of people they said, well, because they were against the Jewish people, it could be the Torah, right? Then a lot of people said it's okay. It was a book about general knowledge, right? But a lot of people say this was a transgender book of the psychology of, right? So this is what's believed. Now, ultimately speaking, right? This is after the war. So the Adelaide, from the same guy that gave her the comics of the Bitch of Auschwitz, she received an article, and she's showing two pictures of the same person. One's a man, and one's a woman. So then she said he was born a man, but he became a woman. So this is the idea that came in the mind of Ed Gaines, that transsexual existed. Now, with Nate, I don't know his name, I'm sorry, the actor that plays him, the idea is something that's knowledgeable. So, also, this is important. Like Ed, this came from here because he didn't see it. For Nate, maybe he saw it and he said, okay, well, I feel like that. I feel like this is my case. And because I feel like this is my case, I associate with that, or I relate to that. And this is
We
possible.
just did an hour and a half.
This is
of,
possible because I saw people
filming,
do it, right?
Which was really cool.
So he plays something.
I wanna
Now
do
the
them in
actor
relaxed
itself
minutes.
is going to be super important because he is an homosexual that
like
is
an hour.
very
So I'm gonna be
repressed.
playing,
in ethic.
I was doing the survival for an hour. I'm gonna get things uploaded and then hopefully make some space, some storage, and then we'll go back out, do another hour, and stream.
Yeah, we went to the outro.
It'll be a good day today.
A couple of days ago. We got a bruised tailbone from a bad fall on bike.
Sorry for the noise, guys.
I fell directly on the backbone. So the guy, and he actually goes to see a shrink and said, hey, I know that I'm gay, but the act of sexuality with another man is disgusting to me, right? And and even after that, this is kind of crazy because with Alfred Hitchcock, which could be producing the movie Psycho, again, this is the insane part. you produce a movie called Psycho, but the Psycho is a book. The book is influenced by Ed Gein. So it's by Ed Gein. Now, ultimately speaking, is it a game of telephone? You said this to this person, they said this to me, and I said this to another person. Is that the case? Because if that's the case, it's completely different, right? So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. So again, he has his boyfriend. He wants to discuss. As a woman, he said, "Hey, this is supposed to turn you on," and the other guy is like, "No, I'm gay. I want to see men, and I want to see a man dressed as a woman." So this is insane because you realize that the guy doesn't know if he's transsexual or gay. So we talk about Alfred, right? And he has his reservations. Like, I don't know if I can play the characters. And the guy is like, you know what? You and Ed had a lot of common. You're both weird. But Alfred Hitchcock was such an asshole. So you know.
Yes, I'm afraid I've cancelled rehearsal for Jenny today. There's something else I'd like to do first. There's something I need to show you.
Okay. I don't remember any of this. Holy shit! Yeah. So what he does here is he's on a set, right? And he show the actor that's supposed to play Ed the complete house of Ed. So basically a lot of face that are lamps. He has drawers full of pussies, literal pussies, and yeah, he shows him, and the actor is like, "Holy shit, this is kind of messed up." You see, look at this. You can see the cranium, right?
Now let's play Pokemon Survival.
Yeah, so there you go. So that's it. So he shows him a drawer full of vaginas, which is pretty insane. So like, why am I supposed to do that?
These urges do not exist. It transforms these urges into secrets we must hide. And these secrets make us sick. He had a secret.
Gain.
A sexual dysfunction he could not explain. And his inability to express his urges for sexual act turned inward and transformed into sick. Schizophrenia.
This is so good because this is again, they took this guy who was a monster, right, and he really studied him, and Alfred Hitchcock has an understanding of him, and instead of being disgusted, he's gonna make a movie out of it. Alfred Hitchcock himself was kind of disgusting. Now, ultimately speaking, this is the portrayal they do, so I don't know if that's true. I don't know what's the truth. I have no clue. This is the portrayal they decide to do. So if you'll excuse me if I'm not correct, but just the understanding how insane it is, you know. And you literally see in preserve pussies, which is kind of nuts.
Thankfully, that is none of your concern. Leave the things to me. I was conveying things that how we are, not how we live.
And this is amazing. Here he says, like, I want to change the cinema to show what is a real human. And he was obsessed with the Second World War. It's like, how can we go that far? Maybe we're creatures that are disgusting.
The polite society burdens us with the fiction that these urges do not exist. It transforms these urges into secrets.
So then, what he says here, right? He says about schizophrenia, which is a sickness, genitalia, which is, I believe, I don't feel like the genitals are mine, and necrophilia, which is a sexual attraction to people that are dead. Ugh. Look at this. This is insane. This is absolutely insane. Look at this. Look at this. Talking to him, and Ed is in the background.
Let's go with Popular.
Where'd you say we are?
Oh shit!
Isn't that nuts?
Not enough storage. Ah, fuck.
The idea to play Ed is amazing. You hear what he said? I had a catch identity, you're like him. Which is crazy in itself. So then we had the movie. And this is super nice because they're showing the actor who played Ed have his own personal issues and own personal drama. Now I don't know where this is gonna land because I am not that far in the series, but he's basically having problem playing a character. So this is super nice. These are cups, right? And they hear that the bar owner was killed. Now this is also super insane because technically speaking, the brother was killed, but it made it seem like it was a burn. The mother died out of a heart attack. This is the first that he killed. He killed on purpose. So now the police is involved, and the police, they get one guy, right?
Yeah,
and they talk to this one guy. It's like, hey, what happened here? And this is super insane because it's like, I saw a truck, and this is Ed Gein truck. It's gonna be the season 3, episode 3 starts, which we're gonna see. For that, I'm gonna have to stop. I'm at 15% batteries. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop. So we see here, and we see the actress, which is Adelaide, right? She played Adelaide. And then what we see is there's a shower scene, and he basically kills her. He takes a knife and he kills her. Now, why is this scene important? Because this is a shower scene, but this is Ed Gein himself. And this is also super good because you see what he's seeing when he's looking at right now, right? He's looking at the sphere, the scene here. There's also a secret compartment where you can look at people getting changed. So he's a pervert. But basically what he's saying is he's looking here the way Ed was looking in the shower. This is, if you guys remember, this is his wife. And that's saying, like, I'm not saying for this. Like, listen to this. I like the screaming.
Nice. I can finally do 2 March.
They call his wife Mother. Yeah, this guy is something else.
I can finally do 2 March, which is insane. I want to get that for
and
a
basically
while.
what he sees is he's looking there, and people are running away from the movie. You got the guys puking, and he's enjoying it because, like, I did that. I did this. I went the step above. Now, ultimately speaking, I kind of understand where he's coming from.
45.
Do I agree with him? Absolutely not. But I kind of understand where he's coming from. So where he's coming from is kind of complex. It's a guy that wanted to make movie, but the way nobody else did it before. Oh, you don't have to get up. You just have to be careful. I'm gonna do episode 3 right now. Fuck it. Are we done for today? Now we were done for today. And I would have done a lot of freaking videos. That's good. Proud of myself.
Trap.
We had a bad day today.
Oh shit.
Fought a lot.
Oh shit. I could have done more.
There you go.
Shit, I didn't know that was something.
Okay.
I fell sleeping. I was like, what the fuck?
20%. Okay. Cool. So why I understand Albert? I think he's fucked up in the head. I think he's a fucking monster himself. But I understand.
We got the thunder.
The
Coming
one
soon.
that changes everything. The one that
Charging.
And in the third episode, they make this new role, this new genre, which is sexual horror. And Alfred is like, I hate it, right? Then you watch a movie, it's like, no, I kind of like it. There you go. We have season 1, episode 3. I don't know if I'm saying season 1 because it probably knows season 2. 3, the babysitter. This is super important. So at first we see a scene of the past. The first scene we see the first scene you see, right? The first thing we see a flashback of the father being a complete mess and hitting the mom, right? Which is why the mom tells Ed, never hit a woman, never touch a woman, right? The perversion, the disgust that she feels toward Ed is because of her father. And this is super nice. So you gotta see, this is the first scene, by the way. So you see somebody else cleaning, right? And you see, because you see the dress, you see it's a woman, right? But you see the end and you think there's a man. When you see somebody that you're not sure if there's a dude or a girl, check the ends. Men naturally have larger ends than women.
Yes.
So yeah, so you're dancing, and when you look. You see this? In 3, 2, 1. 3. That's the face of his mom. And the police is knocking, and this is insane. Oh, it's Eddie gang. What Ed? Is it Eddie or Eddie? Is it Ed or Eddie? I don't know. So basically, he answered the police, and it's like, hey, where were you that night? Did you know that Mary is dead? And this is kind of crazy because Ed is calling his mom and saying, hey, mom, Here's something about it. And by the way, you know what's insane? I want you guys to look at this guy, right? I want you guys to look at this guy. Look at this guy right here, okay? I want you to pay attention to his face. You know what that is? That's the guy from Shameless. That's Tony from Shameless. Tony from fucking Shameless. Insane.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so they're questioning him, and this is kind of important because he's gonna be part of it. He's gonna be part of it's gonna be part of an investigation. So also the second scene is important. Second scene is the same milk bar that it was. Now you see the kids, and he's pushing the bubbles, and this is the first interaction we have with a kid and how did he feel towards it. So and it's not specified because this episode is called The Babysitter. Let me guess, this is not enough storage. Is that it? That's not enough storage, right? No, we're good. What a surprise. What a surprise. Look at this. Look at what they did to Boogie. Boogie. That's fucked up. That is so fucked up. I thought I had no, it's just Google that's talking to me about my new feature on my device. Bullshit. Cool. 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 So next we have another Adelaide and Ed sentence, and this is super cool because she's showing what I was talking about. The picture of the man and the woman, right?
That's not good.
Talk about the operation, how they cut off his penis, they give him full breast, and it's like, hey, I have a surprise for you. So what he does is he goes to a cop, right? And this is amazing. He digs up grave to find a ring, that he wants. So instead of going to the jewelry shop, he get the ring. So they go to the restaurant. The two of them have met for the first time, which is a cute scene. Then he gives her the ring. Now it's a beautiful ring with a diamond and emerald. And he said, and she tells him like, it's too big on me, right? It's too big on me. And because it's too big on him, it's too big on her, the ring. He says something along the lines of, yeah, the lady who had it had bigger than you. Then she's like, what you mean? Oh, the seller, I mean. So again, quick on his feet, pretty good. They go to a graveyard. And I had a fight with my father today because he was pissed that I talked about him in a video. I talked about him in a video. You know what the name of the video was? To my parents that I love. I made a video called To My Parents That I Loved. And he got pissed at me for doing that. Yeah. So they go to the graveyard and he asked her to marry him right there. And she says yes. So they're gonna fuck. But then they're fucking next to the tomb of his mom, right? And he's like, okay, well, I can't do it. So then she's talking about, hey, I'm not comfortable. And she's like, hey, I don't understand you. And then she says, and this is what I like about Adelaide.
I don't think I have
because this is why psychology was a hot and bothered subject. So she's like, hey, your father wasn't around much, so the idea of being a father scares you. And that's normal. So then Adelaide, what she does, right? She goes to see one of her friends, and she's like, hey, Ed would like to offer his service as a babysitter. So then what it is, why that's so important, is because Ed, being a babysitter, will be around kids. Being around kids will make him feel like a father, and being a father or making him feel like a father will make him feel like a great husband, which means that they're gonna start fucking and have kids of their own. So, pretty simple. So she goes in and she's like, hey, what is your obsession? And this is super cool because his wife is next to him and he's basically looking at the tits of the
And you don't have storage here also.
I guess you can call it like that, yes. So that made me laugh, right? So there you go. She hired him because I put in a good word, and she's like, hey. So then he babysits the kids. So visiting the kids is a scary scene. It's messed up. It's really messed up, right? It's fucking scary. So he babysits the kids, and he's like, "Hey, what do you want to do?" It's like, "Hey, our old babysitter is much older than you," and she's like, "Whoa," and he's like, "Well, she's stupid. She's a dummy. Can you do tricks?" And he's like, "Well, I can do tricks." And she's like, "Okay." The kid's like, "Let's do a trick in front of us," and Ed's like, "No, I don't have my tricks with me," and Ed goes in and he doesn't have his chick with him. What he does is, which is kind of fucking cool. Kind of fucking cool if I have to say. So, and I forgot to do something that's important. Okay, we have time. I have time today. I have a pimple here.
Fuck, dude.
So he goes back home, right?
Fuck.
And then they're scared of him, and he does some trick, which is very scary. So he does.
No
is
storage
he
for
hides a
crowns,
bone and
no
a ball
storage
of
for
tree skulls.
Easter.
Right, and he
God
moves
damn
them,
it.
and he moves them, and he moves them, and he moves them, and he moves them. And then the
Sleeping
kid is
without
saying, "Hey, how
uploading,
come?
bro.
What is
Not
that bone?"
good.
Like, "Oh, it's a finger bone." It's
Not
the kid's
good.
like, "No, it's not true." So then what happened is he traded the bone for a literal fingers, and he's like, and the kid doesn't believe him. So then he says like, "Hey, I have another trick. I can have a head on me, and I can take it off." So what he does is his shirt like this, right? And he had the head.
No time to answer me.
Then he's walking, and the kids say, "This is a stupid trick. We can tell it's not a real head." And then Ed takes the head and puts it here, and he gets mad, and he opens, and then he realizes that he's wearing a face as a mask. So this is kind of super scary. This is kind of creepy, and it's beautiful because they show how much it is. One of the show's biggest mistake, in my opinion, is it's hard to see
so now
just how
Easter.
far he's going. It's really hard to see. So then the kids are afraid to go back home, and they tell the parents, and then the parents like, "Hey." The father gets pissed, and it's like, "I was just joshing. I didn't mean anything by it. I was just joshing." And then the father believes him. It's like, don't get close to my kids again. So then we have the babysitter, the real babysitter, and Eddie follows her, and Addison Rae from TikTok. Kind of crazy, isn't it? And then she goes in and she's like, "Hey, you took my job." It's like, "What do you mean? I'm a babysitter." It's like, "Yeah, that was my job," which is not true. So he wants to kill her. So what happened is they go to bed, which actually he follows.
Feaster
now,
is not
also
working.
speaking, she has. I don't remember what she has, but she's missing. She's
Feaster
missing
is
the
not
function of
working.
her leg, right? So there you go. I don't remember if he kills her.
Feaster, I need you. Okay. You're good. Chill. You're okay.
So I guess he does.
You're okay,
I guess he does. This is so sweet, but this is kind of crazy,
6.
right? So he killed the babysitter. He said, "Hey, it worked. I'm ready to be a dad. I'm a good babysitter." And it's like, "I'm ready to get married." And she's like, "Oh," and you see her. Look at her acting. Look at her acting. Look. Insane, isn't it? So then she's excited because she has her husband finally, and there you go, there you go. So basically, Adelaide they say, "Hey, he wants to marry me." And the mom's like, "No, no, no. You see his mom, he's the same way, and his mom is fucked up. So he's fucked up too, which is kind of crazy."
Kids are good.
So she moves in with Ed, and she started seeing Muff around, right? Then she started cleaning around because his house is a mess. So again, he tells her that his mom is asleep. He doesn't tell her that she's dead, but she's cleaning. And Ed is a fucking genius because what he does, he leaves.
Is he Adeline, mother? Eddie's friend?
And there you go. And what he does is crazy. He pretends like he's going away. Then he come back and look what he does. Look what he does. Look what he does. Look what he does. He's pretending like he's her. And she turns around and she has the mask of the mom, which is kind of insane. Look at this, Mrs. Geen. Look at
I
this.
can't follow you.
Just for you to realize that it's a fucking movie. It's not the truth. And they constantly do that. And most of the time they'll show you like, "Hey, this is real. This is real," right? But no, it's a part of a movie. And look at this.
pizza's not working.
I can do whatever I like now.
So now everybody's leaving and everybody's disgusted. So the next scene is also super important. You got the actor that plays Ed, right? And he's going in with his gay lover and his theater. And his gay lover gives him a blowjob in a theater just for him to break up. Just for him to break up. And then he goes to the shrink, which is the time we see, right? Think about sodomy and talk about a lot of stuff. Oh, berserk. I don't know if I had it. Oh, thank God. Thank God, bro. Imagine if I had the porn thing. So this is insane because the guy talked about feeling straight, and when he talk about being with a woman, you literally think about, hey, he's with a woman. And they talk about how this hard work is not in vain. It's like, what hard work? And it's like, well, maybe I'm cured. So he feels sick. Now, ultimately speaking, that's what Albert was saying. He was saying, oh, we repress our urges, but they're part of us. So what he was saying is happening, right? You think he's sick, which is insane. You love what you love. Fuck that.
And what is it they do want?
Well, Universal will be capitalizing success of Psycho.
A movie I have already made.
Several years ago.
Alternatively, it very much like the idea of you going further into, well, they're calling it a new genre. I don't like it.
Look what they're saying.
They're calling it
What? What are they calling it?
Sex horror. That's what they're calling it. They don't want Dracula anymore. They want the rape of the vampire. They want the bloody hit of horror.
I hate that. I don't want to do that.
That's fucked up. That is so fucked up. So yeah, so then he's against it. He's really against it, right? And then what he's saying is there's a new movie that she didn't produce that is a genre. Just go watch it. And Albert watched the movie, and this is kind of the insane part because he watched the movie. You can kind of see that he's clearly bored, but then he looks at people around him, and they're loving it. This is the important. Born. Okay. Magramush, Hanaru, welcome comparison. Gonna do wow. Ooh, holy! I was gonna do a intro video, but this is great news. We just got our very first, ladies and gentlemen, skin, shuriken skin. So this is huge. This is huge. We just got 2,500 the Resistance Reborn, so this is insane. This is so good. Yeah, this is big celebration. Ooh.
Good. It's working now.
That is huge. I didn't know I was gonna be able to do it. But this is really good. Anyway, little short for our talk, just a little celebration. Love you guys, take it easy. Mazramush Hadahuk Inc. Local commercial. Continuing walks are having a wonderful day on this 8th October, 7th October, my apologies. 2025. We are having one of the worst day in a while. So what I'm gonna do is eat rice, and we're gonna do the intro. Then I'll do a rant video, which is the unreleased baby. You already know. So yeah. So what did we do today? Today I woke up around 10:30, and I want to read Berserk, right? So I want to read like a 106 chapter of Berserk.
Good.
So I hope you had everything.
Pizza was not working now.
Also, it was important because I'm like, okay, guess what? I'm gonna do this to this. Otherwise, anything good? Yes, in the background it's raining. So I'm in a good mood right now, but I had a horrible day. That's so good. So delicious. We got that breakfast today. I think this is recooked rice, not refried, recooked. And it's delicious. We did have a little bit too much spices. It's very strong. Very not pleasant. But hey,
It is what it is, my dear friend. So today, what did we do? Woke up in a hurry to go and read some Berserk. That way, when I did the video at 12 o'clock, it was okay. It's 5 o'clock right now. So at 12 o'clock, I realized that I didn't have any storage, and then I did realize that sadly, some of the videos on the two phones were not uploaded. Now, I could have done, you know what? We did this. I'm going to make the video, but I'm going to wait. I'm like, you know what? It's okay. Because the radio isn't that bad. So, I didn't mind. Anyway, today we're still going to do like a TikTok live. So, well, I have to wait a little bit. I'm good rice. Look at the rice. So, call my mom, call my father. It wasn't a nice talk. Lots of learning to do. And then, I was like, you know what? These files are not even uploading. So, what I have to do usually is, okay, this file is uploading, this file is uploading. However, what you also have to do is the percentage, the amount of time left. And I didn't check that it didn't move. So again, I couldn't do it. But it's all good. It's okay. It doesn't really matter. In the end of the day, we're still doing A-okay. Man, this is good. This is really good. So, we should for 3 hours today, which technically means that I should be over for 4 nights. Depending on if there's a battle or not, I think we're going to play more. Hopefully I play more. Right now it's one of the best times of the year to play Fortnite. So, the plan, make videos. I have a couple of videos to do. Then, we got live streaming. So all in all, the good stuff. We got good stuff. And we might be able to do more than I expected to do it originally. So, kind of woke up in a bad mood. Then, I had minor arguments. I'm not in the best of mood, but the remedy to a angry brain could be. That's good. So, as I mentioned before, I love you. It doesn't matter. We're gonna take this day and we're gonna make a better one. It's pretty good. Don't blink, if you blink, welcome to the competition. We're doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this 11th night, on this 7th October 2025. Guys are doing well because I'm having a wonderful day. Today we're doing a unreleased video. So it's a video that I'm filming that I need to get out of my system, and we're not gonna post it. And we'll post it in like 20 years. I don't really care. So before we continue, again, this is a rant video, so this is gonna be me complaining. If you're not okay with me complaining, that's totally fine. I'm doing this for me more than anything else, right? So good. So the first thing I want to complain about is I woke up in a bad mood today. So here's the situation, right? So I've been talking to this girl. I'm not here to say name. I've been talking to this girl for hopefully a better part of half a year, for a long ass time, and she's super cool. So we start talking and we have a lot in common. She's very flirtatious, and she's the kind of person that doesn't tell me she has a boyfriend. So I go to one of her live on YouTube, and
right away she goes like, hey, here's my boyfriend. I'm like, holy shit, you have a boyfriend, you didn't tell me. But I didn't ask you. That's probably my fault, so I just like. And then she kept on being flirtatious. So I'm like, okay, well maybe she has a problem with her boyfriend, right? And then there's a post about them getting engaged. I'm like, okay, well, dude, stop doing that to yourself, right? So we stopped. Oh, we're still talking, we're still friends, but I stopped. And this was good because I started talking to other ladies. Because of course, your boy is single, so your boy kind of wants to relax and find a partner for life. I will make this man pay for his life. A little bit of Carmen Gregor, you know, to calm down. I'm in a good mood because I didn't bottle it up today, and we had a couple of shitty things happen today, but we didn't bottle it up, so I feel better, which is this is the goal. As long as you don't, and I have this rule where if I go to sleep bad, what happened yesterday, I felt bad this morning, and if I felt bad this morning, then the whole thing was shit, right? So, as you guys know, this didn't end up here because this was months ago. So, we keep it cool. And already she broke my heart twice because she played with my emotions. Sometimes she played, like for example, she'll tweet the audio.
Everything is working, we're good.
Because we both find from it.
Let's fucking
And
go.
she'll pretend like it's another sound, which is a wet pussy. Right? And 2 weeks ago, she tells me like, hey, me and my fiance broke up. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I think it sucks. Do I give a fuck? No. Was I happy? Yes.
Sorry.
Because I'm like, okay, well, this girl is really my type of girl, and she's also fucked up. So my type of girl is also someone that understands me, and when I went through, but also understand that I'm going on social media, I might not be the same person on life, out of social media, right? And then she's really there. She's really there. We're texting every single day, morning, afternoon, evening. We're really talking, and I'm like, okay, well. In my brain, I do the 2 + 2. So the 2 + 2 was, we've talked about this before. She might have had feelings for me before because she described her. So I'm in one of her life, right? She doesn't know I'm there. Somebody asked her what's happening, and she described it, and I look very different to her boyfriend. Okay, well that's not
Annoying. I love you,
so,
Dad.
I have hopes.
Okay, gotta chill.
And they get back together, and
No, you don't answer. No, because you text me 4 times a day.
You answer 4 times a day. First of all, you like. Second of all, you like me in the first place because we're flirtatious with me. And this time just broke my heart. Now, honestly speaking, I'm a sucker. All I need is a sorry in life. If you give me a sorry, I'll forgive even a murderer. I probably won't forgive a murderer, but I'll be like, hey, listen, I don't hate you, right? If they're sorry and they have remorse for what they do, because remorse is the seed of morality and the seed of change. If you didn't do something that you have remorse for, you don't know what is the problem with doing some wrong thing. And if you don't know what the problem with doing a wrong thing, why would you stop, right? Pretty simple thing. So, long story short, again, this is a rant video, so I'm going to be ranting, I'm going to be talking. You guys are going to go crazy this way. So, usually I'll get pissed at her, and she'll notice that I'm pissed, and then she'll talk back to me. But then it was like, hey, first of all, she leave me on read. Like me and my boyfriend are together, and I'm like, and I didn't say that, but in my mind, I'm like, what am I supposed to say? Hey, congratulations, you played with my emotion once again. But again, I feel selfish because if she wants to be with that guy, she wants to be with that guy, I don't care. So it's kind of complex for me. It's really complex. But at the end of the day, if she's happy, I'm happy. And she won't be part of my life anymore. But if she's happy, as long as I leave her knowing that she's good, I don't really care. If I knew if I knew that she was depressed and I would leave a person, that makes me an asshole. But she's okay, so me leaving it doesn't make me an asshole. So 2 days ago, I'm on a live, and on the live I'm like, hey, what should I do? Should I just block this person and take them out of my life, right? And I'm going to do that with the day yesterday. But it just so happened that this person had her own birthday yesterday. So I'm like, okay, well, I can't end a friendship on her birthday. So I write her like a super nice
saying like, hey, you're a really good person. I'm so happy to have your birthday. We made it another year. You're a survivor. You're a fighter. I know how hard it is. I know how hard you're trying. But listen, we made it another year, and this year is
Get
your year
out
to
of
kill
here.
people. And she'll leave me on scene. So now, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna block her or not. And the whole morning I'm steaming with rage, right? Then I calm down because I take a long shower, long bath more so. And with the long bath, what I do is I from Berserk, and Berserk is just so good. So next problem, I call my mom. Yeah, we fought with shit people today. My mom, my father twice. So with this is all personal shit, but fuck it, dude. With my mom, I called her, and I got injured not too long ago, badly. I'm doing much better. I can sit down, I can stand up a lot, but if I sit down for too long, it still hurts. And if I get up after I'm tired, or I don't get up in the right position. For example, right now what we're doing is we're lifting one butt cheek, so my body is a bit crooked, and because we're crooked, we just get up versus standing up straight, which hurts. Don't ask me why, it just works, right? So with my mom, and I tell her, Mom, I left my credit card somewhere, and I don't know what it is. And it's possibly in the apartment, but I'm in pain cleaning the apartment, which is true. Like, I say I'm feeling much better. Am I gonna exercise? No, I'm not gonna exercise, right? So, and it's nuts because she's like, okay, no problem, I'll go to bank for you. And already she's pissed off because we called her twice, right? The first time I called her, and I told her yesterday, I said, please cancel the card. She said, okay, no problem. And she called me after that because she was at the bank, and she couldn't cancel the card because it was mine. So we have a emergency fund. If there's emergency, I can take money out of it, but I need to be like, yo, this is why. Now, I'm a dumbass because I put the two bank cards together, and I had two checks last week. One from work, and one from YouTube, Twitch, and of course, TikTok. It's more so K-pop. So I go in, and I deposit money in the wrong account. I'm like, fuck. Right? So I go in, I get hurt. The same that I put the money in. Like, holy fuck. If somebody finds the cards, there's like $5,000 in there. So I cannot lose that, right? Because otherwise, my good with money, I'm okay right now, but a couple of months, I don't know if I can be, right? So, I call her, and she was on the phone, right? And my mom, when she's nervous, she'll repeat a lot. And it's super hard to resist because she's telling you information.
Then what we'll do is we'll download some
3 sentences out of 4
voice.
will be repeating herself. And I'm trying to get information. I'm trying to understand what she's trying to say. But she's repeating, so
I don't
my
think you're
mind
uploading
turned
yourself.
off. When somebody is repeating,
Missed
my
out.
mind turns off, and I just ignore them because otherwise I get angry. I just ignore her. And then she was talking to me, and I'm like, Mom, please stop repeating yourself. Trying to focus. And she hangs up the phone because she's pissed off for whatever reason. And before she hangs up, my mom's Egyptian. My mom's Egyptian, and the cashier that I was talking to, which I know, she's not a friend of the family, but we know her, and she's Lebanese, so she understands Arabic. And my mom called me with a fucking haram, which basically means what the fucking shit, like a shithead or whatever, right? She called me a shit basically, and I got pissed off. So I'm streaming, right? And then I called my father. And my father's also mad because I got injured, right? And I didn't call him for the hospital because I was super close. So the guys kind of know the scene a little bit. You got the grocery store. You get probably about 10 minutes from there. I think called my father if I could get there, right? And then my mom, she called me and like, hey, I'm okay. I just came back from the hospital. And she was like, hey, did you tell your dad, right? And I told her, no, I was close by. I didn't need to call my dad. And then my mom, she texted my father to give him shit because I didn't call him. She's like, what did you pick up your son? And I'm like, he didn't know. And my mom's like, how can you not know that your son is hurt? Because I didn't tell him. Duh. My father is pissed off. And then my father is like, today I had an interview, so we have a job already, right?
We have a job for
Yes.
the shelving of grocery stores, right? Which is great, but it's only 18 hours per week. Yeah, per week. So we
Good.
get a job at a place called Canada, which is in charge of all the mail from the government, right? And
Oh shit.
I go in, and it's beautiful because what I can do is how can I say this? What I can do is tough. It's tough because what I can do is either miss the interview, right? It's a really good job because I'm hurt, or
Trailer
not miss
park.
it and not miss the job. So I go to the
Boy.
interview, and then the guy
Podcast.
he said
Yesterday we
really
know
luck,
that
which
we
is not
missed a
lucky at
couple.
all. He tells me, hey,
I was checking out
one
yesterday.
of our guys doesn't show
Yesterday
up
was
today, so we can test you work.
January.
So I do a little bit. I do like 20 minutes, 20 minutes, and right away the guy is like,
Podcast.
this guy is hurt. So the boss gives me shit because he thinks that my goal is to come to work injured, to pretend like I'm injured at work. And if I'm injured at work, I can get something called that's it, which is basically workers' comp, right? Which that's not the plan. I'm not even work here. How can I get workers' comp when I don't work for you? Doesn't make any sense. If anything, I could have done that with the other job, which is shelving the grocery.
I believe it is the websites.
Why did I do that? Why didn't I pretend to be there?
It is.
And then he doesn't know that I have another job, so it's okay. So I called my father because I'm pissed off. I'm like, okay, well, I just fucked my mom. I just lost a job. And my father was pretty pissed off because my mom sent a message like, oh, why am I including this shit? This is between you and her, blah, blah, blah. And my father's already pissed off, right? So we talk. And I know he's going to give me shit. I know he's going to give me shit because he said, next time we talk, we're going to have that man-to-man talk. And the only man-to-man talk that my father and I have is him giving me shit. Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah.
that hurt.
I'm being 100% honest. So I go in, I'm like, okay. But this morning, you know what? I'm like, you know what? I'm already having a bad day. There's a different point of your day when you've been through so much shit that you don't really care about it. Like, you know what? Go ahead. It's like, hey, it's raining today. I got yelled at by my boss. I had a car splashing with water, and I lost my bus pass. It doesn't really matter, right? So I go in, and my father started talking, and at first he started making a lot of good points, very good points, right? And he's like, well, listen, if your mom is worried, it's your job.
I don't know when the last time
make sure she's okay before she takes me, which is kind of right because yes, I didn't tell my mom to text him, and my mom went rogue on that one because my father didn't have anything to do with it. My father didn't have anything to do with it. He didn't have anything to do at all.
C'est le fun.
And it was my choice. It was my choice to say, hey mom, I'm gonna end it here. Because she's on the phone and she's pissed at me. She's really, really pissed at me. Because I got into the hospital. She said, oh my god, your father. And when I saw her pissed, the right thing to do was to calm her down. But I just came back from the hospital. I was on pain medication. And I just, you know what, I'm gonna call her tomorrow. She'll be more calm. I'll be less, I'm fucking high right now. I'm high off pain, man. And then what she did was she texted my father. Now, if I chose to be there for her, she would have not called my father. Case in point,
Okay.
problem.
What is that?
Right? But I didn't do it. So then what happened is, so he started to tell me that, right? And he's like, why did you lie to your mom? Because she told me I took the ambulance to go because she thinks that my mom always tell me how dangerous the bike is. She's against me doing the bike. Right? When I got hurt riding the bike. So what exactly happened? I get hurt. I had the bike. I had a
Do I
bike
know
with
her?
both
You
wheels.
said I know
It was
her.
too heavy. There was a what's it called? There was a floor that was slippery because of rock dust and little rocks on the floor. It was during construction. And I fell on my ass, which means that my tailbone was bruised because I'm fat as fuck. I'm really
Good.
fat. So yeah, and so to continue, I just go in and it's kind of like a good time. It's kind of like a good time because I don't know. It's just something super important because it's a good time because I know that I'm not hurt. Something super important because I went to the hospital.
I said
and
audio.
now I can finally relax. But you know, my parents are very into my life, but now I have to tell them. My father's sleeping, my mom, I'm gonna tell her, she's gonna be pissed off, but at least she knows that, at least I'm honest. My father's like, okay, well, why don't you tell your mom I took her to the ambulance? And I told him, well, if you know that I think the bike, this is, every time I'm on bike, she'll tell me, hey, remember when you hurt yourself 7 years ago? You remember that? You want to hurt yourself again.
So it's 617.
I do not want that. So I just leave. And
okay, 633.
It's my fault, right? Because I again didn't calm her or didn't know how to calm her. I should know how to calm my own mom. That's on me. That's my bad. My bad.
Season 6.
So with my father, he started to get pissed. And I'm like, I'm understanding of him. I'm like, I understand what your situation. But are you saying that you understand? Because remember when you were at my house 12 years ago? 12 years ago. Remember when you were at my house and you told me that you understood?
This is fucked up. I have to do
yeah,
a lot.
because you kept on fucking repeating 7 and 8 times the same thing. Don't do this. Couple seconds, don't do this. Couple seconds, don't do this. And I lost my fucking mind. And I would get angry. So by getting angry, you get angry. And now I get more angry. And you get more angry, and that's when we fight. Because we had physical fighting in my father before. Right? So instead of like, you know what, you're right. I'm not gonna allow this to go any further. I'm a dumbass. I made a mistake, right? And if you want to win the argument, you want the argument, no problem. I don't care. I'm not gonna get to a point where I fight with my father physically.
Why do I?
Of like misunderstanding.
I'm happy she's pregnant. It's a cool. It's cool that she's going to party, but I don't know.
Right? And then it's like, you know what?
I haven't. He tells me, oh, when you were going to the chalet. I didn't see her in
and I'm like,
years, bro. Okay. I don't remember who that is.
Where did that come from? He says,
I'm happy that she's a kid, but I don't.
He says, I watched the video and I saw you get hurt, and that's because you're fat. I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to say? He says, why don't you go to the gym?
Stop complaining.
And I'm telling him, Dad, I make 18 hours a week. I can barely pay my rent. You want me to go to the gym? Doesn't make sense. Like, oh, well, if you were doing less videos, you would do it. I'm like, yeah, I'm working, and the video is going to be doing. For example, I'm going to tell you a secret, right? And this is stupid, but that's still something. I had 2 checks lately. One from the work, which was 800 something. And I had a check from YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. And that check was for a year. It was $900, right? Now, if I'm missing $50 a month for my rent for my days, then that $900 just saved my ass for a whole year. No, am I saying I'm gonna save a job that doesn't pay me enough for a whole year?
Oh my God.
No, I'm not saying that. But if anything happens, I'm okay. I'm okay. You don't realize that. So I'm like, okay, well,
I don't remember her. I'm sorry.
I'm like, I understand that you don't agree with the video, but you see how I'm working, and the sad thing is, last week you were talking to me about how good it was that we're making videos.
Go on the swings with
me
her.
working hard. I thought you were wasting your time, but you actually.
Bro, I'm 33. I don't know swings.
That's actually pretty cool. And but then it was getting more angry, and I was trying to be chill.
Dark.
At the same time, then he started. So for the thing that he was mad about, right?
We're a year late.
Right to be mad about being involved in a situation that doesn't concern him. Yes, he's right. But talking to me about things that happened years ago. For example, right? He said, "Oh, well, if you were at the gym,
Ricky's
you wouldn't get fat, you wouldn't get hurt." And I'm like, I'm broke. He said, "Yeah, but you weren't always broke. Last year you had unemployment coming in, and you were good on money. Why didn't you go to the gym there?" And I was like, "Cool. I was working on it, building it something." And he's like, "Okay, well, if you in your video you talk too much." And I'm like, "Who am I gonna talk about that? Who am I gonna talk about the movie that I watch? I'm gonna talk to you about a movie that you watch. I know that you don't care. I'm not gonna force you to talk about something that you don't care. That's not cool to do. So I'm gonna talk about this. I'm gonna talk about a movie on fucking YouTube videos. And if I get 0 views, I get 0 views. If I get 1 view about something that's like the movie, I got 1 view. I don't care. I don't care. Okay, I don't care. It's like you're talking too much in the video. And I'm like, yeah, but what am I supposed to talk to? And he's like, okay, well, if you went to the gym again. And my father wants me to go to the gym badly because he thinks I'm fat. My father is disgusted with the way I look. That way the gym could be something. And if I work out at the gym, I'm going to be more sure because I proved that before that I could go to the gym and lose some weight. But the problem with my father is I went to this apartment 12 years ago. And I've been living in the same apartment for 12 years. And for 12 years telling me, why don't you go to the gym? And I'm like, Dad, if you're... If the gym interested me, I would have went 12 years ago. I would have went 10 years ago. I would have went 8 years ago. I would have went 3 years ago. Chances are that if I didn't go, I don't want to go. Chances are, right? And he's like, okay, well, your gym equipment, you don't use it. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't use it every single day, but I use it sometimes when I need to have energy release. Today, I was pissed off. Do you think I didn't use the gym? I fucking used it. Not because I was fat, but because I was pissed off. That's why I'm calm right now, because I worked out. Then my father's like, okay, well, when's the time to use it? It's the truth. I'm like, 2 weeks ago. And he tells me bullshit. Bullshit. And I'm like, okay. It's also filmed. And then, for some reason, he chilled. And then he started, because he's still mad, so he goes back to my mom. He tells me like, I was like, hey, you shouldn't have told your mom that you were in an ambulance. See, he's pissed about my mom. I lied to her because I went to the ambulance, right? Because I told my mom I wasn't in an ambulance because my mom, for her not to, and I did lie to my mom, I did lie. For my mom not to believe that that's fully dangerous, I said I got hurt at work, which is not true, but, you know, I did lie. And then my father's like, yeah, you shouldn't tell her that you went to the doctor with an ambulance. And I'm like, okay, what should I tell? Because at that point, I'm still trying to learn. I have a good relationship with my father. I don't want to quit that. And he tells me, oh, well, tell her that you went to the hospital. But don't tell her that you went to the ambulance. And I'm like, okay, well, how am I supposed to tell her? And then I walk there. And he's like, yeah, just don't tell her that you took the ambulance. And I'm like, don't you say that's also a lie. So you tell me to choose my lie, not to not lie, but to choose what lie I'm going to say. Doesn't make any sense. And then we get mad at each other, right? So then he pissed off and he hang up the phone because like, hey, I'm going to get true to you today. Fuck that. So then I think about it. I work out. Oh, thanks. Look at this. Stefan, I am deeply disappointed with your attitude and the way you spoke to me on the phone in front of Lama. Even Ur was shocked. Despite whether I took the time and effort to sort out your card issue and make sure your rent would be paid while I'm in Egypt. I hope to help you take it easier. When I get the disrespect and attitude. Go above and beyond for you every single time. Your father doesn't do it. Look, I go above and beyond for you every single time. Your father doesn't do even a tenth of what I do to him. It's a gym with respect and fear. I'm the one you talk to like this. All I said, oh, by the way, it's recorded. Why? Because she called me and I was streaming. She called me and I was streaming. So, now there's something I'm not supposed to do. But fuck it, will never go out. I will never publish it, so fuck it. Fuck it.
Whatever.
Go.
Whatever.
So it's right here.
Don't worry about it.
Listen to this. Yeah, let's hurry up. Okay, so that's won't be long.
I have to wait for a
And I'm
couple
shooting, right?
minutes.
Okay, there you go. A bit further. Okay, a bit further. Oh, fuck that. I know where it is. Okay, here we go. Look. Look. Am I not nice? To deposit, I did. One. Two. Three. Look what I said. Look what I said. Oh, you missed it. You missed it. You missed it. Look, look, look. Look what I said. My God. I'm gonna ask intros. Like, okay, well, I didn't want to do another intro because people did like the don't getting to your boy Ink. But at the same time, what I can do is take the don't blink at your boy Ink and put it in another language. So you're still getting the same intro, but you're making it multicultural. Now, ultimately speaking, that could be something bad to do because people could be hearing me talk another language and they'll think the video is in that language. Like, if not willing to listen past the intro, that's not my problem. There is no es mi problema. Mazramush, Hadahu, Ink, Dumbling. Oh, this is the intro, but I asked for a friend to help me out, and I hope I pronounce it well. If I do, let me know. If I don't, do not let me know because I'll be forever sad and heartbroken. I promised you guys a beautiful, delightful. You get it? You got it also here. I have a bit of time before we do the TikTok live, so I wanted to do a little something called finishing what we started. So what did we start, my friends? We started Berserk. What didn't we finish? A bunch of things, but we didn't finish Berserk. So without further ado, let's start with Berserk. Now, of course, I didn't do it. Of course, I'm gonna ask you to verify if a human. Of course, I should have done it before. By the way, we are watching a new series, and that new series is called the what? This new series is called Ed Gibbon, which is amazing. So we have Privilege Chapter 1, and I believe this is where we stopped. Verifying if you're human. Truth is, I don't lie. What you're saying is not true. Okay, so this I don't remember. I read it this morning and I'm not remembering. I can give some chance to see the horror at the end of the house. Okay, so they're showing the bells. You can see that man has no control even over his own will. So the reason why they're showing the bells like that is this is the chapter where we meet Zod, and Zod's gonna be a super important. He's gonna be a super important character. Now, what I absolutely fucking love is Bell, which is kind of a proof of Griffith possibly. And if you look at the end, it's almost crooked, like a
but his sister.
then this next thing that you see is the sword and it's God's end. Men take up the sword in order to shield a small wound and it's a heart cut thing. The far off time beyond remembrance. Men wield the sword so that men die smiling in some far off beyond perception. This is the guy I was talking about, Zod. Easily one of my favorite characters. He is so interesting.
Not mine.
She's fine.
Oh shit.
She's fine. So we just talked to a friend.
Relax,
she speaks Darja, and she told me how to do the hook. I'm gonna have to practice. I'm gonna have to practice so much. So we see more war, and this is cool because technically speaking, right, the band of the Ark right now is 4. Spoiler alert: there's no new members after Guts. Guts is the last joining member. So because Guts is the last joining member, you don't have to worry about, oh, we have to introduce characters. So a character like that, the next step is what? The next step is establishing the battle as a strong force. You're gonna have to forgive me. We're doing ad because we have an event. We need to do ads. So now what we're doing is they're establishing the Harem monk. If I remember correctly, he also has some demonic power, but nothing too crazy. And what is cool is this is also a sort of mercenary group, and because they're also a mercenary group, they're possibly one of the only, one of the only, but they're so much stronger than Ben of Hawk, right?
You know what,
so
man?
This is super cool because
You're not, bro. Get out of here. Get out of here.
In the last chapters, recognize him. It's like, yo, these are too strong. Can anybody defeat them? Now, ultimately speaking, there's this underlying strategy. We don't care if you lose mercs, but if you lose soldier, then you're gonna be mad, right? So the mercs is okay, and the ban of rock being there is kind of crazy. This is super freaking cool because the first guy that we see is Guts. Now I want you guys to take advantage of the fact that he has all the armor, and if you can see it, oh fucking ass. It's a small arc. It is a small arc. So this is really, really, really nice. There you go. So sick. We have the sword attacking, which is great. And you send one horseman. Now, of course, it's more than one horseman. And the cool thing is, Gus goes after the captain right away. I don't remember if he kills him or not, but he goes after the captain right away. And Guts feel bad. Oh, this is the one where Casca says, hey, we're supposed to be doing this, but you went alone. And this is kind of cool because this is somewhat showing that he didn't evolve. So now we know that 3 years. Guts has been with the band of the Ark for 3 years. The problem with this chapter is the beginning of a new volume, if you will. So a lot of things change. So in thing with this, sacrifice himself is pissing off Casca.
Yeah, me
cared
too.
about him. And Griffith. And Griffith's like, yo, you didn't change. You're still that guy that wants to die in battle. So a little bit of a situation here. A little bit of a situation. Mike Sorrentino. So just a normal fight. Of course, Griffith wins, and it's super cool because you're seeing the difference. Like I love this two panels. Griffith smiling and Guts he's worried. Griffith is the kind of guy, and I truly believe that he believes that nothing will happen to him in battle because the choice of his death will not happen on a small battlefield. Which, if it's the case, I love. If it's not the case, I still like. So there you go. People now they're really respecting Guts, and there's one word that's important. We call him captain. Now, politically speaking, I like that fact, but I don't like that fact. Politically speaking, I like the fact that because of his strength, we saw that after 2 weeks he was given 10 men, and then he's becoming the captain, right? Now, politically speaking, it sucks because some people have been with the band of Ark for a while. It doesn't mean that you've been there for a while that you have what it takes to be a leader. That's a bit of a problem. That is a bit of a problem. So shaking about it. Sorry, but victory, leader of the Ark. Leader of the Ark Raiders. So the Raiders is not the main army. This is so cool. Look, in Gus, this is usual. He says, I'm sorry about that, you guys. I went in charge all by myself, which means that we need to protect them. Casca is pissed. Casca is really pissed and she even shit. You don't care about your die. And she calls him a mad dog. And Gus like, don't call me that. Don't call me that. It's somehow provoke him. But it's more so, and what I love here is the scene. Casca is like half of his size and she grabs his collar. I think this is kind of awesome. Wholesome. And Griffith tells us, yo, I'm sorry, be careful. It's like, no, I don't believe you. You always say that, you're full of shit. And I kind of like that from Casca because it is true, he's full of shit. And this is super cool because, Casca gives him shit, right? And then Griffith goes in and he says the same thing as Casca. Now, ultimately speaking, Griffith didn't tell Casca to go. So the fact that she was able to see is kind of like a shout out to Casca. Look at this is beautiful. Beautiful moon tonight. So the shout out to Casca is also important in a lot of ways. The shout out to Casca is important because it shows that's not a good idea. The shout out to Casca is a good thing because you see normal soldier were like, yo, Captain Griffin, Captain Gus, you're a hero. And only 2 people noticed that he wasn't doing well. Doing something good, which is freaking who? It's Casca and Griffin. So Casca goes in and Griffin goes in and tells Casca I'm gonna take care of him. But then they're saying like, hey, you're too soft on him. You're too soft on Gus. Now, ultimately speaking, what I didn't tell you guys, and I should have told you before, is Guts, again, he doesn't care that other people of his team die because Guts is the one who's gonna get him to where he needs to be. Also, Gus is kind of the perfect soldier because Griffith has ambition to become a leader or a noble or a king, and Gus doesn't care about that. So he doesn't have to worry about betrayal. He doesn't have to worry about anything. So there you go. Now let's talk about this. This is kind of sad. So if you read that whole chapter, don't see. You have to look at the middle of the chapter to see 3 years ago when you joined the Men of the Ark, which means that you lived there for 3 weeks, for 3 years. The last chapter ended 2 weeks after you joined the Band of the Hawk. So this is 2 years and a half later. 2 years, like, well, 3 years later, right? This is super cool. This is super cool. And this is crazy because look what it says.
Oh, crap.
Who gets the one about this about you this time? I'm sorry
Son
about
of a
today's battle.
fucking bitch.
You get that part of you. It's that part of my plan. So Griffith is still an asshole who is willing to use Guts. Now this is also a super important moment. The Ben of the Ark won, and Griffith is made a knight. So he's been giving some rights, and he's been giving knights. So technically him and the Ben of the Hawk are now a small army that he's in charge of, which means it gives them some privilege, right? And it's super cool because everybody's there except for Griffith, for Guts. Guts is trading. And this is cool because it also shows that he doesn't care about all of that. So it's just nice. It is just nice. It is just nice. And this is a start. This is the start of the quarrel or the duality between Guts and Griffith. Guts, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. Guts is a better captain than Griffith. Griffith, don't get me wrong, he'll fight. He'll fight every single time he'll fight.
Nature corn.
Would he be willing to throw himself out like Guts did? And Guts is a dumbass because he risks getting killed. He's a dumbass. He shouldn't do that. However, he went out there. Not only did he survive, he was able to successfully protect a lot of members of his team. Griffith never said that. You see, we've been watching feel much better though. Don't worry. We've been reading that Golden Age for like 4 or 5 chapters now, and not once let somebody tell you saved my life to Griffith, you know. And but at the same time, it's unexpected.
Okay, window closed, no
It's
problem.
unexpected. Like Rickett said, hey, you saved my life to Guts, and it's kind of crazy because you know Guts, and you know that Guts is not the guy to, or the type of guy to do that. So I did really enjoy that. Anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy.
Yay.
Let's see the right
crown.
right.
Which is not good. That's not the right date. It's okay, we'll fix it.
Ouch.
Shit.
Bad.
Fuck, dude. Okay.
C'est quoi déjà? Mazramouche. Mazramouche, Hadahouk, Inc. Mazramouche, Hadahouk, Inc. Mazramouche, Hadahouk, Inc. Mazramouche, Hadahouk, Inc.
Mazramouche, Hadahouk, Inc.
Ce faci? Ești cu băieți vendetta. Resident Walks are having a wonderful day on this 6th October 25. Here's a video that I should have done on the very first day of this Spooktober 2025. It's a great idea that I have if I can give myself some pat on the back because nobody else will do it for me. So congratulations, Ink, you're the best. What I wanted to do here is yes. So somebody taught me how to talk in Darja, and she's really helpful.
Okay.
So she's teaching me how to talk in Darja, and because I went to my father's house, long story short, and he's like, I watched a couple of your videos and I'm all tired of the intro. Like many people are getting tired, so we are practicing in other language. We have hola, me llamo Vendetta. Which is one. Public is your boy Ink. This is Shum Ink. Ce faci? Ești tu băiat Vendetta. And we have the fifth one. Mazlamush, Hadahook, Ink. Pretty good. So what is the video today? Because I kissed my own ass. I was like, oh, Ink, you're the freaking best. Why am I worthy of so much adoration? Great question. Great question, and it's a very simple answer. I should have come here on the first day and talk about my knowledge of horror movie because Spooktober is what? Spooktober is scary. So I wanted to come on here and establish what was my favorite movie and horror. Well, I do know my favorite game, which is horror. And the reason for that is because right now we have the 2025 version of myself is going to be different than the 2026 version of 2026 version of this October because I not only have watched different things, I've watched different shows, I've watched different movies, I've played different games. So I think it's important to establish my knowledge here. Yeah, doesn't blow your mind, right? I have to go pee. I'll be right back. Don't fall. Mazramush, Hadaru. Mazramush, Hadaru.
Fuck your ads. News. %. Not great. Not great, people. Okay. Madramush had a hook. $2,800. 3,800 for everything. Holy shit. Even when the sun don't shine. Chat owner. Ah, okay, so it is there. You got everything. Nice. She loved danger. Even I know that.
Let's go. Let's go. Loading. Not loading.
But I think it'd be some thunder. I just pull it off for the streaming.
That arms. He's not arms. He's a friendly guy. Oh, that's nice. Bye. Have a nice day. For the clothes. I told him to keep your clothes. Uh-oh. That's right. This is a joke. Any bones? Cute. But you don't have enough. Again. She's doing hard drugs, bro. Don't trust her.
He's joking.
no. Oh.
She loves danger.
Kanske lite smilla men inte kan till. It comes to faded.
Hit my atmosphere, and I remember every Monday. Because we were better every Saturday.
I just find it interesting. So what I'm going to talk about right now are not my entire knowledge of horror movie, right? But some of it. Not my entire knowledge of horror game, but some of it. Right? So without further ado, let's freaking go. So you guys know I'm a huge fan of Chucky. Absolutely huge fan of Chucky. I'm out of shape, dude. I'm out of shape. So what is my favorite movie out of that? Because again, and I would like to try also to take a movie from last year that I really enjoyed.
This shit. What the heck?
First of all, and then try to
Bye.
do something else. For example, last year the movie that we want to talk about is possibly Black Phone. No, well I'm gonna say Black Phone, but I'm also gonna say Babadook.
What?
Because
What's
Black
going
Phone
on?
itself was insane. It was the first like
And
serial
now,
killer.
Operation
And
Repo.
it reinvented the genre there's such a fantastic way, for example, with the kids that are calling Finn, if I remember correctly. Finn, if I remember correctly, which is not true because there's an ad for the second movie, to be honest. So yeah, so Finn was able to escape thanks to the call of the other kids. I really did enjoy that. Why? Because it's a clever way to reinvent the drama. You don't know if the calls were real. You don't know how it feels. I feel like it's gonna be explained more in the second movie, right?
That notes.
Phone was too hot. For fuck's sakes, dude. Gosh darn it. Gosh diddly darn it. The people
Sure.
we know, the people we know. Before it's too hot, so we'll have to wait a little bit.
You're very hot, bro.
Mad. I love mad.
If you live in Canada and you want to learn how to start making
We'll see.
Okay.
We'll take it a jerk. Take a jerk. Waiting to sometime. And I remember everything. April 7, April, May, mars, avril, May, juin. I only got 2 more videos to do. Well, no, 14. I basically have another month. So I got 5 more videos to download. And then we'll do something else. Possibly go outside and finish some videos. There's no computer though. Oh, heck. Huh? This. What is this? Nate.
Nice.
Da-da-da.
Game, you need to work on one. And of course, Rehigh, part 2 of verse 225. What can I say? The phone got too hot. It closed on itself. We're talking about Babadook. Babadook was also something that is super nice because it's the main belief of the. As a kid, I was born in the 90s. There's a lot of movies where the kid was kind of the messed up part. He was kind of the moving. Why are you telling me a video and I do it after, right after? There you go. It's super easy though. There you go. As soon as we started, as soon as we finished. So there was a lot of movies that did horror thing with kid. It was The Boy. There was a bunch of movies like that. The Ring, which was a bunch of movies like that. Babadook did it super well. So if I had to do in fact it's the mom that is kind of messed up at the end. To me was really nice. If I had to choose 2 movies from last year, it would possibly be it. I'll be completely honest, I don't remember what game we played last year for Halloween, but I think it was. I don't remember. I'll be completely honest, I don't remember at all. But because there was so many games last year that we didn't, so many movies that we didn't like. I didn't like Slenderman. And last year we came to Tokyo Ghoul as a horror manga, which is not really scary. And we read it before. Now we're reading Berserk. So see, trying to change things, but doing it in the same way if possible. Now also, this year was different for the movie itself. From this year to last year. This year from last year, I think this year I'm a bit more open-minded to new. For example, even though I have a friend yesterday on TikTok Live, and we were talking about a movie that's possible to do for the Spooktober. So he wanted me to check out Nightmare Before Christmas. And it's a great Halloween movie. It's not scary, but it's a great Halloween movie. It's and also things like well, I'm gonna do tomorrow, possibly, or the day after. I don't know yet. Tomorrow would be really nice though. Tomorrow would be really freaking nice. I would love tomorrow. So if I can, tomorrow what I would like to do, what I would really enjoy doing, is a marathon of Tim Burton. So talking about Coraline, I would do something like Beetlejuice. I never watched Beetlejuice itself. I never watched it. I would do. I also want to watch horror movies that are dating. For example, right now we're watching a series called Ed Gibbs the Monster. This is also super cool. Transcending just a movie, just watching movies, watching a whole series that is scary could be cool. Last year for Halloween we did watch Chucky, and I gotta say I didn't like it at all. So yeah. So this is it. Now for gaming. If we're talking about the game that scares me the most, I would possibly do Resident Evil 7 because it's such a good game, scary-wise. It to me is as scary as the Resident Evil. Walking Dead Telltale, I consider it like a Halloween game, even though it's not really a Halloween game.
No.
It's not really a Halloween game, but still. This year what I want to do is the marathon of Resident Evil. So question of originality, we're not really there yet because we did play Resident Evil before. But I think where this year's gonna be special is I'm playing every single Resident Evil in a row. So we're really getting into the spirit. I'm also watching the Resident Evil movie and the series. This would be also cool because not only are you playing the game, you're watching the movie. So going in a deep dive of Resident Evil. Now, also please think this is great because last year we didn't know what to do. Last year was the first year that I really wanted to celebrate Spooktober. was the first year. So this year, the fact that we are a bit more open-minded, a bit more exploring, right? It's kind of cool. And with the at the same time, it's so insane
And the last
because
one.
we're so open-minded. But most of my month of October is gonna be set playing an Evil game. Last year, by the way, we played Separate Ways. I played Resident Evil 4. That's what I played for Halloween, which was a great game, by the way. So yeah, so I would love that. I would love playing all the Resident Evil together. But at the same time, it's such a risk because I might get tired from the Resident Evil event or lore in that sense. That there's next to nothing else. There's next to nothing else. What else is there for? But at the same time, and it's all. Also, I want to see next year. The whole purpose of this video is 2025 October, and it's also next year's October 2026. So we're gonna be doing, and for next year, what I would like to do, and again, it's so early, but really go in the So I got the ID from Stream. The ID from Stream. I would really like to go back to the old movie. Tubi as a pretty good selection. I was impressed with Tubi. Because usually we use Netflix, but Tubi really surprised me. I was like, holy shit, Tubi isn't that bad. Which is really neat to say. Z Nation would be good. Halloween. Ooh, Halloween. Halloween would be very good. Yeah. Because tomorrow, and I really feel like tomorrow is kind of important because tomorrow or the day after, when we're doing the marathon of Tim Burton, it's important in the sense of we're trying something new, right? And that's meaningful. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. But I love you. Take it easy. I was supposed to do more with this video, but because the video itself was supposed to be made yesterday. Yesterday we didn't have the battle day, we did the TikTok live and next talked about it. So I feel like I'm repeating myself, and I'm not repeating myself because not everybody's gonna watch the TikTok live, you know? But yeah, games I would like to play, Silent Hill would be something that I'm interested in. Silent Hill for sure. Outlast, but I own the game. I'm trying to think of games that I don't own that I want to play. Silent Hill is one of them. What other games are scary out there? Like, The Last of Us. Was The Last of Us scary? No. What else is there that is supposed to be scary? I just don't know. What a waste of a video. My apologies. Okay, so now we gotta do the TikTok live. Cinnamon, you're awesome. You can be a lover or a fighter. No, that's not it. It's with you on your head of the tower. Okay.
That's some bullshit.
Mama, woo woo woo. Didn't mean to make you cry when I'm not back again this time tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Mama, woo woo woo. Disgusting.
Forty minutes.
Good. If you be dead. I'm I'm not well, and I'm trying to turn everything to joke because that's always what I've done, right? Am I regretful? Yes and no. Yes, because I did what I did. No, because well, it's all you. I want to explain everything. But yeah, I'm not regretful. Because in the end, we did the right thing. I did the most right thing. So yeah, so what happened was I met this girl about a year and a half ago, and also I want to specify. I want to please ask you a favor, guys. I know I'm not allowed to ask favor in an apology videos, but I'm gonna do this anyway because I don't care. Most of you guys know what I'm talking about. She was a very active part of my community. If you know what I'm talking about, please. I don't want any names. I don't want any handles. I don't want any hats. Please leave this person alone. Reason is being is I'm just a fool. I'm just one fool, right? There's possibly other fools. Karma is a bitch. People will pay in the end. But I'm not. I'm not the judgment. I'm not the end of God. I'm not. Only one person can judge you, and that's God. And I'm not gonna be the one judging you, right? What she did, I think is disgusting. I think it's fucking awful, and I think this is why I'm also not remorseful because it's a case of I get something really bad, but you're fucking doing something even more awful, and it was all a trap since day one. Since day one, right? So I met said person. I'm gonna call her what do I call her? What? I want to feel. I want to say. I want to call her something that is culturally relative, right? I was gonna go with Cruella, but I really did like the movie with Emma Stone. Yes. I want to call her what? We're gonna call her Mrs. Heard, right? If you guys know, it was a very famous trial. There's no correlation. There's no
there's no, it's a coincidence. I'm calling her Mrs. Heard because it's a coincidence, right? So I met Mrs. Heard about a year and a half ago, and the way it went was really, really cool. Back in the day, you guys remember last winter, I used to answer every fucking comments with a video, and I still do, but not as much, right? Because I don't get as much comment, thank God, because it's a lot of work. I miss you guys a lot, a fucking lot. And I used to answer every comment. So she came in, she wrote me comments, I answered, she started DMing me, but it never went further because she ended up having a boyfriend. And I was like, you know what? It doesn't matter, because at that time I also had a long distance relationship, so it wasn't nothing complete because I never met my relationship. But I was like, dude, you should be texting other girls. The fact that it didn't work is making it better for you, right? So cool. So far so good. And then it just stopped, and our relationship sadly didn't work. And this thing has a very peculiar thing for men with short haircuts. So as you guys know, last year I grew my hair out. Because I'm loco, maniac, sick, big psychopath. I feel very sick. You have to understand, I just woke up. No energy drinks, so I am delirious right now. But you know what? The best people, the smartest people, the most talented people were fucking crazy. And I think we're out. I think we're this close. So basically, what happened is, I grew my hair out. She was like, "Dude, what the fuck?" And she didn't talk to me. And then about a year later, we didn't keep up in touch because it wasn't that kind of friendship. We weren't that close. And then about 3 months ago, maybe 4 months ago. Well, no, because I was playing Borderlands 1, so possibly October. I did a live, TikTok live, because I still do my live every single day at 4 if you want to watch. Just shamelessly plugging, right? Because we're allowed, right? It's my channel, I'm going to do what I want. And she came back and she had shorter hair. And she was like, okay. And she started reaching out, right? But at the same time, I had just met my current girlfriend, so I didn't want to pursue anything, right? I'm a slut, but I'm a slut turned into a wife. Is that sound weird? Possibly. And then what happened was, I just let it go. Then also, I'm insane. I got every single receipt. So if you guys want me to, I'll release a video with every single receipt. Of course, there will be no name. I'll blur the face, no problem, because no harassment. She deserves it. I know she deserves it, but I'm not that kind of guy. There's a place in hell for everybody, and yeah, things works in the end, right? Just put it like that, right? And so Mrs. Heard, she comes in, right, and she DM'd me, right, and it's a really sweet thing. She's like, hey, when my life feels dark, you're the light that shine bright, right? I still have the video. I don't think it's the most relevant thing, but for the sake of the argument, we're gonna pretend like it's the most important thing. So I just have to download TikTok. This is how much we left social media. This is how much. And it's kind of crazy because, you know, there's an active decision on my part to close social media, and I know that. So for some people, it's gonna be like, "Oh, you're running away." No, I need to close social media. So she reached out, and I'm calling her, and she's crying, and she's telling me like, "Hey, I get bullied at school," and I'm like, "Oh, by the way, for the age, how did I know?" She never told me her age. So like I said, I texted somebody that was 16. Age of consent, by the way. In Canada is 16. You're gonna see why this makes sense in a little bit, right? Because it's gonna be a long video. Grab a popcorn, grab a chair, grab a drink, an energy drink, and sip for me, please, because I'm fucking craving it. She never told me her age, but then she kept posting pictures or videos about. It was high school or prom committee, something like that. I don't know. I'm French. We don't call it like that. So she did a video with a comedy, and she's like, well, and I'm like, dude, I saw the video. I'm like, hey, how old are you? Because I was a bit like, what the fuck? Now, I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna say I think it's on this phone. Well, I'm gonna get on this one because it's just not registered TikTok is downloading, by the way. It's gonna take some time, but hey. Hey, how you doing? I'm doing just fine. I'm light. You go. You know the song? That's a great song. Okay, so it's downloaded. And I'm asking you, hey, how old are you? My apologies. And this is, when you understand the whole story, this is insanity, guys. This is insanity. Insanity, guys. This is fucking nuts. You're gonna understand the whole thing. When you understand the full thing, it is sad. It is disgusting. It is fucking crazy. It is, and it's a shame because I should have stopped the relationship there. I did. I'm gonna show you what I did exactly. I don't know if it's on this account or on the gaming account. By the way, if you were to follow one of them, you could follow both. It would be really nice. Where's it? You see, it's been a while. It's been a while. I feel like, hey, how you doing? I'm doing just fine. I lied. Okay, I don't know what that is. Okay, good. Blocked. Holy shit, I don't know where it is.
My jeez Louise.
Because most of those people, I've either blocked or I went through a phase of blocking people. I went through a long ass phase of blocking people. Hey, how you doing? I'm doing just fine. I lied. I'm dying inside. Okay, so it's on the other account. Sorry about this, guys. Should have prepped myself, but hey, this is a fucking Swan Dive, which is one of my favorite songs. Swan Dive, and it's just like, hey, fuck you. By the way, thank you for 9,000 followers. Okay, good. Okay. This is special. Hey, how you doing? I'm doing just fine. Yeah, should probably pause this. But no, it's not gonna take it. It's not gonna take a long time. Hey, how you doing? I'm doing just fine. I lied. See, I don't even put passcode. Should I put passcode, guys? Passkey. Ink. Vendetta. Gaming. Okay. Account exist. Oh, that's reassuring, guys. We got banned on this account for another, and I believe it's Mrs. Heard. Add another account. Username. Okay, I know what to do. The email username ink_vendetta_gaming, because there was no place for gaming. I was missing 2 letters, guys. Come on. And we have my passcode on lock. Do we have the passcode on lock? We do. Tonight for lunch we have this delicious sausage, Genoa sausage, straight from Italy. And it is, tastes delicious. It is very tasty. So we're finally in the account. Hello. So I'm going to be able to show you the exact text. It might be far, but I don't think so. I do not think so. I don't think it is that far. Hey, how you doing? It's kind of crazy how many people I block. Because I went to a path of just being like, dude, fuck these, fuck that. We don't have it. Okay, September. That's not it. When was it? I don't remember. Aha! Your boy is a dummy. So we're gonna go with the... Good! Found it! Okay. So I literally told her, okay. So enjoy yourself. So this will be sweet. Come to Toronto. I'll bake you something. That's so good. Posting. We should do a collab or something. I moved back with my parents. See, again, I didn't know this age. I moved back to my parents. Good trip back. Maybe I am. In 9 days. What happened? Okay. Aha. Okay. So I'm a dumbass because what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go back to the main account, and I believe it's on the main account because I don't know. Like I said, I got everything in recipe, but I don't have screenshot, which is a dumbass, but it's just to show you that I didn't think that's gonna happen to me. Oh, there you go, there you go, there you go, perfect. So listen, she goes in and she texts me like, in a full world full of harsh bright light, you're my warm soft light, which is super sweet, right? Super super sweet. La 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 la. Okay. Okay, good. She said, "What's up?" She texted me, "What's up?" I said, "Yo, que pasa?" Gotta ask. I really thought you were like in your 20s, but I seen a couple of your vids saying grade 11. How old are you? She's like, "Hey, I'm 16 and grade 11." My answer literally. Oh, I cannot show you because I'm gonna show you the name. Hey, how you doing? I'm doing just fine. I lied, and now you have to. I'm a fucking genius because I block the name, but I then block the. You know when you talk to someone, they have pictures. So look what I wrote. Holy fuck, I'm such an asshole. You can see here. Holy fuck, I'm such an asshole. I'm so sorry. Question I should have asked way before. How does that make you an asshole? And then she's like, because I shouldn't be talking to a minor, brah. That's the how. Okay. Lol. No, I don't think so. If you're talking to minor in a bad context is bad, but it's all lighthearted, friendly fun here. So you see, I tell her, look, I'm not super down for that. And she's like, no, that's such a compliment, and I always get told that anyway because I'm tossed with that. Add to it, yeah, you're good. You know you're good, dude. Right? So this is pretty much it. So that's pretty much it. So it kind of goes off of that, and it's kind of crazy because she texted me this video, and she literally called me, right? She literally called me, and she was like, she was crying. She's like, hey, I'm getting bullied in school, and it's really hard. And I felt bad for her because I was like, dude, I also got bullied in school. I know it's coming as a surprise. I know it comes as a surprise, but it is. You know, I forgot to do. There's a sunset right now. Let's film it a little bit. Let's take the habits of what we used to do as a content creator, right? Maybe not so much. Don't blink, it's your buying. Welcome to the show. We're also having a wonderful day on this 29th January 2026. Here's the sunset. Not so nice, but we got a beautiful moon. I haven't seen you in a while, Mrs. Moon. And we're making a video outside. I'm going to stay inside because it's cold as fuck. And your boy can't handle cold.
You know the greatest thing?
Yeah, so
I don't have to edit everything.
Again, it's such a shame because so cool. It also was part of.
I can spend more time uploading, which is good.
I don't want to say seduction because I'm a fucking easy person to seduce. And she goes in and she is being flirtatious and sexual, but I know the girl for a long time, and I know this is in her personality. She's very flirtatious, she's very confident, which is something I do find attractive, right? And I just dove it off, and I was like, dude, this is kind of funny. And this is the craziest thing. I was talking to her. In a perfect world, I stopped talking to her, but I'm like, again, this is lighthearted fun, as she mentioned. There's no problem there. So what I ended up doing is I ended up being ghosted because she had a boyfriend, and it fucking broke my heart. Not because I had interest towards her, but because we went through so much. We were talking every single day. We were talking every single day for 2-3 hours, which is crazy, right? And yeah, so it was kind of really really sad because she ghosted me, and I'm like, okay, well, fuck you, right? And then we're moving on to, this is the interesting part. So this is going to be the prologue, and after that we're going to say, why did I do it? What was wrong with me? Blah, 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 blah. That's my new remix. If you like it, it's on iTunes right now for the nice price of 20 cents. Inflation's a bitch, you know? So, during the holidays, I think it was, I don't remember what it was, because she got my Instagram banned. Yes, it's nuts. So she goes in and I'm live, right? And I'm texting Jess, and Jess and I, we have a really good relationship. I'm not dating her, but she's just a person that I really care about, and we're very flirtatious, even though she lives far. She's a sleepy girl. I'm a workaholic, and when I say workaholic, this is the best kind of holic, thank God. I'm a workaholic, right? So what happened is I'm texting her, right, and she literally is saying things like I wish I was the one texting you, right? She literally comes in, and I haven't seen her in a while, so it's a bit odd, right? It's a bit odd. And then what happened is she says, "Can I call you on Discord?" Right? Oh, by the way, I'm fucking insane, right? I'm fucking insane because I recorded the call on Discord. Why? Because I record everything. I took a poop this morning and I recorded it. It's not my best, but it's pretty good, and I think it has potential to grow into a beautiful young man. So I pre-recorded a conversation, and right away I'm on Discord. I'm in a voice call, and she's in her underwear. So I'm like, okay, that's not good. That's not good. So I tell her, what the fuck are you doing in your underwear? She's like, it's a PJ. I'm a dumbass because I say, oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Again, when you're gonna understand why we did it, it's gonna make a lot more sense, right? And then we start talking, and then at the time I'm drinking every single day. I'm drinking twisted teas. I'm drinking wine. Drinking. I wish I was drinking Hennessy, but I was drinking vodka. Nice Smirnoff though, very nice. Decently priced and very good flavored. So basically, I go in and it's one call. The next day, she calls again, say, hey, please talk to me. I want to call you. I want to call you. I want to call you. I'm live. She literally called me and she's like, dude, end your live. So this is kind of funny because at that time, I believe I'm streaming Borderland. I believe it's the second one, but it might be the third one. It might be the third one. I don't remember. Holy fuck, did we work a lot. We've played 7 games since the start of the year. On Twitch, in Vendetta. Just saying. Just saying. And she ended the stream. And then, she's drunk, I'm drunk. It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. It's a normal conversation, right? And then, one day she gets ultra drunk. Again, I got all the proof. She sends me a nude. Now, as a dude, as a guy, right? I'm weak. I'm a weak man. I'm a weak man. And by the way, you say, okay, well, she looks 16. No, she got tattoos, bro. She got tattoos. She doesn't have as much as your boy, but she has tattoos, right? So I'm in, and she asked me for pictures of my shungalong, and I am drunk, so I proceed to sending her my shungalong, and I realize just how much of a mistake that is. So the relationship basically ends here. She texts me, I'm not answering because I'm like, dude, you send your shongalong. What have you done, dude? And we deleted the shongalong. I deleted it next morning. So I'm like, fuck that, you know. And yeah. So I was very ashamed. And you guys know that I haven't been doing content. Am I saying that this is the reason why we're not making content? No, but I'm not well mentally. I went from doing 10 videos a day to making 0 videos a day. I'm still live, by the way. But yeah, I stopped making videos. So then what happened is, she doesn't reach out because I don't answer the text. I don't know if she understood that I wasn't okay with the situation. And then she called me on New Year's. And she calls me on New Year, and she's asking for cash, right? And she asked me for cash. She literally called me for cash. And I was like, I'm a nice guy, so I was like, you know what, fuck it. And the worst thing is, I know that some of you guys are aware that financially we're not doing well. I don't have money to be lending. I don't have money to be giving away because I didn't ask her back. It was like, you know what, she's a good person, whatever. Again, this is how much of a fool I was. She's a good person, right? And this is the crazy part. Can't believe this is going on. It's 5 years where I never did that. I never did this. I never had this problem, and now it's happening, and I'm like, fuck, dude. Fuck, you know. And so what happened is, I pay for cash, and I don't feel good with the situation. I got Carly calling in, and she's like, "Hey, Happy New Year, what's up?" And I can tell I'm feeling sad. And she's like, "Hey, what happened?" I'm like, "Well, this girl, she called me for cash." And she's like, "No, Ink, what are you doing, dude? Don't land people cash. Are you stupid or something?" And I'm like, no, but you know. So then again, I give her cash, and she called me. It's like, hey, you feel sad? How's everything? She's fucking masochist, right? And I'm like, nothing. Don't worry about it. But at the same time, I'm like, dude, such a shitty thing to do, right? And then this is it. This is the situation. So as you guys know, if you guys watched the video, and again, all film because I'm a nuts. Last week we last week we last week I called a agency to get my Instagram reinstated, right? And the agency did their research and were able to find out who reported me and for what reason, right? Now, I don't know the legality behind finding out who reported. I know that's private information, but they were able to tell me, hey, did you know someone like this? And like, yeah. And she reported me for talking to a minor, but the minor in question was herself, right? So this is kind of nuts because, dude, this is how vengeful you are because what? I blocked you, right? And so yeah, so when I saw that, I just was like, dude, that's fucked up. So again, and this is also, if I'm being completely honest, this is also why we're only doing lives because people can see whatever I'm doing, right? There's no privacy, there's no behind the scene, there's no. It's only like on camera all the time. My apologies. And um, so then what happened was she texted me yesterday. I think it was yesterday or this morning, and she's asking for cash. She's like, "Hey, dude, this guy that I was with kicked me out. I need money for Uber." And I'm like, and this morning I was working, right? So I'm like, okay, I can't give you money because I don't have money. I'm indebted because you guys know that we had this full year of not working. Well, I wasn't being honest about the cash. I borrowed money from a lot of people, and I don't feel comfortable because I got a lot of freaking. Oh my god, the battery is already finished. Oh my fucking god. Okay, well that's something. That's something, Ink. And yeah, so I owe money to a lot of people, and it's not gonna be like, oh my god, we're gonna break your fucking leg if you don't pay back. But most of the money that I owe to my father. I owe my mom some, but I do owe some people that that I realize now that I shouldn't have borrowed money from. People that I thought were legit, that turned out not to be super legit. So yeah, so your boy is so broke, and the interest rates are through the roof. This video is gonna close because it's at 2%, but I don't know if it's gonna close. Yeah, it should. It should be okay. It should be okay. If it closes, I'm sorry. I'll do a part two. Don't worry. Where were we? Oh yeah, so she asked me for money, and I'm like, dude, no. And at first, I'm at work, and she texts me I'm at work, so I'm like, I can't answer, right? And my first thought is, she texts me at like midnight or 1 in the morning, right? And I wake up at 5 because I have to go to work. And
¿Te gustan los juegos de temática anime que no consuman tiempo y
more upload.
He won't take these golf clubs because they spoil. And what? Spoiling. I guess that's what they call this spoiling. Yeah, man. What does that mean? Spoiling. My bad. Spoiling. Right. Yeah, they were spoiling. I just seen somebody else bring some golf clubs. These are spoiling, man. We don't really necessarily think spoil. But what's wrong with it? How much did you work for? This is 150. I can go $10. $10 for all these clubs? Oh. Dang, let me see a manager, man. Hello? Let me see a manager. That don't make no sense. I'm a manager. You're not no manager, man. It's a Joe, the manager. Who, him? Out of here. So y'all playing games. I just want to see a manager. That's it. You're not going to give me no crackhead price. No. I can go $10. $10. $10, yeah. I don't want no $10. I can't help you. Dad, let me see a manager, man. You're not gonna play me like no crackhead. Don't touch my golf club. Whatever. You don't give me my money. I ain't going nowhere until I get my money. You take it all he want. I want my 150. I know that much. Now it's time to leave. For what? Because I said so. Get off the furniture. And what? It'd be the worst day of your life if you don't. Bro, look at you and look at me. Look at him and look at him. You give me my money. That I go. Okay. Don't put your hands on. We figured you would. Look at how big he is, and look at the size of me. But you know what? At the end of the day, I ain't scared of nobody. You walk behind me for, cuz. He didn't know anything about golf clubs. What he did know is how to get thrown out of a pawn shop.
He was pretty good at that. You some bitch. What am I watching? She's like going to sleep. Check. Of the dragon. With Scotty. Oh yeah, I have an ID.
Right now on Operation Repo, what happened in Vegas definitely didn't stay there.
En tiempo y que encima puedas jugar con amigos. Pues este juego...
I would love to be trans. It would mean the world to me.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think one of the most embarrassing things about me, I find it humiliating that I deeply identify as a cis man.
Yeah.
I feel very much like a man. And it makes me sick.
So now we're done. On Operation Repo.
And Matt's not the only one whose job is on the line. When distractions derail a high-risk repo, who knows exactly?
No joke. If you don't pay that note, how did I know that? I didn't know. I didn't know I was gonna say that. How did I know?
Did you know that everybody got the bonus for Vegas, but now they also get our share of the money?
What?
We did take off a little bit, but we did get a lot of cars. Yeah. Okay? They wouldn't have been able to get that share if we wouldn't got all those cars. Okay. So I'm gonna tell you right now, I think we deserve a little bit of that back. Okay, if they're not gonna share it with me, I got a problem with that. No, I don't know how you gonna deal with that. We should talk to Lou about this. I think you better go talk to Lou because if he starts with this crap,
that you happy right now? I don't know if right now's a good time to talk to him.
Well, see you later.
Yeah. Well, good luck with that.
Dr. Phil? Well, let me first start by apologizing about what happened in Vegas. Definitely, that was my fault, and I'm sorry for that. I feel that we deserve our share of the money. Why do you think you deserve a bonus, man? You guys left halfway through the job. All right, so that's that. You guys are not getting the bonus. Well, I just thought that we look. I can't keep having this conversation with you. You're not getting the bonus, okay? This is I'm tired of this crap, man. Something here is gonna change. I know you got a bunch of people that you need to do right now. Okay, all right. Thanks for your time.
8 hours.
We're not getting any of that bonus. When I was talking to him, he seemed irritated. Yeah. Like something was really annoying him, and he wasn't going to tell me what it was. Well, no, but this is something serious. I don't know what the hell going on because he was rushing me out. Normally, if one of us screwed up, he'll sit there and nail about what we did wrong. He wasn't doing that. So there's got to be something that's annoying him. I'm feeling that. Remember what he just said was? Yeah, exactly. And I think I pushed the envelope by backing you up. But I'm going to tell you right now. This time was mine. And I'm going to tell you right now, though, okay, if I do get fired for it, I'm not going to be happy about it, but so be it. I'd have done it again. I'd have backed you up 100%. Okay? But he's mad at me. He's not mad at you right now. No, he's mad at me because I backed you up. He knows you were going to back me up. You're my buddy. You know, this thing about Lou and his scams and his schemes and his bonuses.
We have to do this.
I'm just concerned if I'm even going to have a job or not. All right. 2005 MC Cargo Van. It's a flower shop. It's 3 months behind. It's supposed to be at a cemetery. That's it. That's the address. Oh, great. Well, how hard could it be to find a pink truck? Nobody here. I don't like working under pressure like this. Are you worried about this? Do you think we're going to get fired? Do you think I'm going to get fired? I don't think you're going to get fired. Start looking for another job. I believe I'm going to get fired. If he fires you, I'm leaving. Okay, well, if he fires you, then I'm leaving. Thanks, brother. You know what? I don't want to be disrespectful, but there's nothing creepier than a cemetery on Overcast Day. Don't tell that. If you like camped out here, you know, having lunch. I don't know, cemetery doing it the streets. It's like going to a hospital. Always has. Don't tell me there's a funeral. That's not something we should be doing. Oh man, I don't think we're going to do this. Let's camp out here for a minute. We'll wait till this disperses. Okay? How long is this gonna last? Who cares? We're not doing it while there's. So what happens to crazy? Follow. You know, I love my job. I'll take a car anytime, anywhere, any place. But there are 2 areas I don't want to go: the church and the cemetery. I just don't feel right about it. You want to come with me? No, we should get them now. We just gotta figure out the right opportunity. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. But only got them back open, so we're still not behind them.
Let's go sleep. We'll be awake in like 2 hours. Just tired.
How you doing, sir? Hold on, sir.
And we'll have things to upload. We're good.